Boom! Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a terrific Tuesday night, and we are back at it again, folks. It's WWE NXT tonight, coming off the heels of Battleground. What will the fallout be? Be careful. Things aren't so sexy at the airport, and we got a whole lot to talk about. It's going to be a fun one. We got lots to get into. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go! Ding, ding. We're live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is WWE NXT, and this is another live stream. The channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else is back at it again. Looking forward to a fun night. We're going to figure out what's going to happen with everything that went on at Battleground. Who's next for Roxy? Wendy, Choo Choose You is back, and Ethan Page has some questions to answer from this point on. We got a lot to talk about. It's going to be a fun one, folks. As I said, get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Don't be a stranger. Us pretty faces have you for the next couple hours. And I will remind you, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I get the feeling tonight, my guy, that this is going to be a big NXT because we don't know if the NXT days are kind of done, if it was a one-off just for Battleground or anything like that. We've got Cody Rhodes showing up on NXT as well. Little odd. And I've also heard that a certain somebody from TNA is floating around Orlando. Not saying that they would show up, but, you know, they're floating around Orlando.
Lots of rumors, lots of speculation, including, Wesley needing some assistance. One of my favorite stories going around the internet right now, I did kind of touch on it in the intro, but the host of NXT Battleground apparently got all that fighting in her blood and scrapping at the airport, apparently.
Yeah, I guess she did that before she went to Battleground, so she was not missing out on Battleground. Yeah, it was before. And now we just all got the video footage and everything. She was throwing hands. I saw people joke around saying, you didn't tell her it was a work? She just thinks it's all shoot. You can't really RKO people.
Right. It's a good thing that Riddle wasn't going through the airport at the same time. We would have had all types of problems. But welcome, folks. I see a bunch of people already blowing up this chat. Get in there. Say hello. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind. Like I said, we're going to get into NXT. We're going to talk about tonight. Lots of things going on, as Nick pointed out. So don't be quiet. Don't be shy. We are on the quest for 5K, less than 100 people. So if you're listening to us right now, and you know people that love wrestling, even if they don't, they just want to, support a small business trying to get off the ground. Send them our way. Get us a like. Get us a subscribe as we want to hit our next milestone ASAP Rocky. So, yeah, Nick, very interesting. Where do you want to start with this one?
I was going to say, is that when I was going to say, is that when I bring up the line of the wrestling may suck, but we never do?
The wrestling may suck, but we never do, and we'll find out tonight. So here we go.
We got about 10 minutes, and I want to get into this because I can't even remember if how I'd taken my leave before this had happened or if we were on stream together. But the Ricochet send-off
you were here
from last night. What?
Yeah. Listen, man. Well, there's two things. One, I want to quickly mention that you and I saw it going around the internet today, and some people were like bewildered at the idea. But you and I pointed it out live. Finn hijacked that hotel room key. We saw it happen, and we mentioned it right away, and people were like, did anyone notice that? Yes, motherfucker, we noticed everything.
I honestly don't remember that. I was the whole day I was convinced. I was like, oh, shit, I missed that. Yeah, no, you can have that.
I'm giving you some credit.
There we go. I'll take the Brucey bonus points.
But back to the original point, when Ricochet came out originally, we were like, well, he's staying unless he comes back later and something happens. Well, he came back later and something happened. Now it's, again, is this his send-off? Goodbye, everybody. I gotta go. Or is this just kind of playing to everything and Ricochet will be back to get revenge?
It was a masterclass the way that they executed it, because they did just enough that it could lean either way. I feel especially, and I don't want to take full credit for this, just like I did with the other thing. I watched Bully Ray on Busted Open from earlier today and everything like that, and he pretty much nailed it on the head of why was Samantha Irvine in the ambulance and everything when you've never really acknowledged their relationship on screen, except for when it helps the heel, which that was only Logan Paul one time for a line.
True. It's a valid question. It made it feel more story than like to be continued. Like, now is Braun going to harass Samantha until Ricochet shows back up? It also, like you said, does leave that door open. Let's say he does leave, signs 1 year, 2 years. We saw what happened with Naomi. Like, they've at least, that door will always be open until he jumps back through it, literally.
Oh, absolutely. But it's one of those things with that, to me. Why do that then now when you can't follow up on it? If you're never going to be potentially able to follow up on it, why do that? Right. Yeah. And I very much like that, the idea of Braun kind of just torments Samantha, what have you. That's a little bit of a thing. And then Ricochet makes his heroic comeback. Because again, these are rumors and speculations. We don't know when his contract is up. And there's nothing saying that in between the time they couldn't have pulled him aside and say, hey, listen, what's going on? We'll work this out, yada, yada, yada. Or even if he is going to leave, they sent him on a note that's well enough that they could still work something out before the contract's done. Or like you said, if he goes, does a couple matches, has a run, what have you, and then wants to come back, doors open.
Yeah, and again, I think Bully, you, everybody who pointed out, like, Samantha being involved, and I think it came up in the chat last night, like, it did give that feel of, why would you do that? I mean, it's one thing, like, I mean, the week before almost would have been better. If you knew he was leaving, you just have Braun Breaker drop the stairs on his head, kill him, and then we move on, like Von Wagner. But the way they did it, it feels so in the now. It feels like we have more story to tell with this particular situation. And it really made me feel that way. So again, way up in the air. I don't have a feel on this at all because of how they did it.
Well, that's the thing. The stereotypical way to send somebody off is, like you said, if you just come out, you smash them, you throw them, you through a table, what have you, they get carted off, and that's the end of it. When you bring in the emotional side to it and everything, that's when I think, all right, there's still meat on the bone here. And now you've got that emotional connection when he comes back that I don't think he could lose. Like, we know he's not great on the mic. He's fantastic in the ring, but now you have him come back with that to avenge his lover and everything.
Yeah.
The crowd's instantly got an emotional connection to him.
You make him a superhero without being the guy that has to come out and run a promo.
Right. Instead of Mighty Mouse, here I come to save the day.
So, yeah, I mean, dude, very well done. I mean, as far as, and again, I mean, if this is a case of, he's leaving, so we did this to kind of write him off, it does show a changing of the guard. It is another example of, if that was Vince McMahon, he would have had him running around in a G-string, like fucking being body slammed by half the roster, kicked him, powdered him, feathered him, and thrown him out. Like,
absolutely. The send-off that they gave him shows it's a new era, it's a new time and everything. And it was really well done that we're still here today. Is he actually going to come back? Is he really gone?
Yeah.
Like, it's the way of writing somebody off and still leaving as a cliffhanger is perfect.
Now, quickly, because I know we're getting close, we got about 5 minutes still. How did you feel about Pat jumping on that table and taking the reins, bro?
I was like, this is what we waited for. I used to dream for times like this.
Right? The triple threat, Pat McAfee. I will wrestle. I will commentate.
I told y'all, this is why I look up press, man. You don't know what you got.
Right?
You got the blue chip on blue chips. The alpha male of commentary, the alpha male of pro wrestling.
You should actually tag him saying the alpha male of commentary.
I will during the stream. When I take a pause, I will go and do that.
That's amazing. Dude, man, he is great. He is such a great energy. He's just that guy that walks into a party and doesn't give a fuck what is happening. It is now his party.
It is now we're going to have a good time.
Oh, yeah. Like, oh, shit, Pat's here. Shit's about to get crazy. That's That's what he brings to the table, man. And when we were joking about it on stream of like, well, who's going to do the main event? I think you were gone by then, but like, who's going to do this? And next thing, Pat's on the table. Now, we've already seen him sing happy birthday to fucking Michael Cole 12 times in the last 3 months.
Oh, yeah. Well, he sits there and he used to when they was on SmackDown, he'd sit there and cut a promo before the show, before everything went live to get the whole crowd hype and everything like that.
No, he's great. He's great for this company. And it was a nice surprise. And again, it's a bit of a vibe change because you see this dramatic moment with Ricochet and Samantha goes running out of the building and everyone's kind of quiet in the crowd. Now, the crowd was generally quiet a lot last night, but
shit crowd in Toledo.
Toledo didn't bring it. And we had a little, chit chat with the American peeps of you can't keep complaining about international pay-per-views if you're not going to cheer.
See, well, and that works especially coming from you because you're, from the neighbor up north here. So
yeah, and we're gonna fucking blow the roof off for Money in the Bank. Scotland's gonna be insane. I know some people were concerned about ticket sales and ticket prices, but they packed the building in France with the same pricing. So the Scots are a little more frugal like that way. Just so like, right? What do you mean?
Well, no. Well, I actually have the attendance for Clash right now. Actually, they have it.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought that's what you were talking
about.
It's set up for 11,119. They've currently distributed, as of 2 hours ago, 10,512. 607 tickets remain.
They're good. They're good. They'll make it.
Right.
They'll make it. And then I saw a thing today that SummerSlam is already at 42,000. Like the numbers are insane. But just redirecting real quick, and we are going to get to the chat, folks. We know we talk a lot. You think we never hang out as much as we talk, and we do hang out.
We literally see each other every night.
Right. But Wendy Choo returns. They're teasing a broken mirror
spooky Choo.
A spooky Choo. Spooky Choo is awesome. Spooky Choo. A lot of people asking what's next for Roxanne. Also, people are asking how do they handle Ethan Page. Plus all the other rumors. I mean, even the Rascals have been rumored because Wesley needs some assistance.
Well, he's got assistance with New Catch Republic there of Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne. Yeah, Boo Earns.
But what are you looking forward to tonight as far as some of the answers, some of the questions?
I want to see where we're going now with the main event and everything. Where we're going with Trick, where we're going with Ethan, where we're going with all of that. And I'm also kind of surprisingly interested in Lexus King versus Dante Chen in a Singapore cane match. Because when's the last time you heard it called a Singapore cane? It's always been a kendo stick until,
Right. Somewhere tonight, Sandman's out there cringing at all of it. But hey, all right, we got about a minute. I'm going to rapid fire through some names real quick, Nick.
Here, first one, though. Wrestler for Life, fluent in Japanese. You get a star.
That's well played, sir. Well played.
Right.
C-Money, welcome back. Rocco, good to see you. Clay Lewis, Damian, Kevin, Boston, a pleasure as always. I think I said C-Money. Damian, the leader of the Hopium tribe. Denisha, welcome back. Welcome back. TJ, what's good? Not T-Shay. Stoner.
Hey, what do you say?
The stream is blessed, folks.
Jesus, en nomine Patri, Filii, and Spiritus Sancti.
Kyle, good to see you. Roman, welcome back. Mr. Sexy CEO. There you go. Feeling himself. Great.
CEO. He's just doing that right now. He's typing in the chat.
Just trashy red back at it again. Yeah, maybe. But I'm getting the aggressive warning right now. So that means I'm getting, ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
I got Richard Wolf.
You got Richie Wolf. Yeah. I got now.
I'm about to get now.
Oh, it's good to see.
I just jumped to then. There. Then. Now.
I have forever.
I just got forever together. Right now. Hands up.
Together.
Not yet.
Tell me when you get together.
I am together right now.
Come together. Ladies and gentlemen, NXT's kicking off. We will get back to this chat and say our lows and click on some of your questions. Remember, we have the super chat. If you want to support the channel and you want to guarantee your message gets clicked on, the super chat is the way to do it. I see over 70 people with us right now. Let's get it to triple digits on this wonderful Tuesday and see what is up next. There we go.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? People over there, what's up? People in the chat, what's up? What's up?
Did I mention we do this live every fucking day?
little bit, my guy.
As we are starting off with a replay from Battleground, how did you feel about the overall vibe? Not the show, but like it was in the Apex, smaller crowd overall. But how did you feel about the vibe, the venue?
I didn't mind it. I mean, it like tapered off towards the end, I guess, and everything. It was a little odd with that. I think that might have just been the match, but it like I said, it was a very different setting because it also felt familiar. It felt very small, compact, like NXT kind of normally does. Mm-hmm. But because it's the UFC Apex, it's kind of got that just little tinge there.
Right. Good to see you, Mike Clayton. Welcome back. Byron, I see you. Jay, how you doing? Easy Bake, always a pleasure. Rocco, that's a long one, but we'll get to it. We'll try.
Sorry, I got Ash by Elegance on my screen, and that's exactly what Victor Joseph did at Battleground.
Alex, how are you? Bradley, welcome back. Marshall's in the house. Kill pie? Would you say kill pie or Kilpie?
Kilpie. We'll go with Kilpie because the other four letters, I don't know if we can say on the tubes of you. So Kilpie is your name now, sir.
Right, MVP.
Or ma'am.
Welcome. RM's in the house. How you doing, Richard? Johnny Beans, Mike, and holy hell, Keyshawn, everyone's favorite Jeff Jarrett fan. Big Mike.
The only Jeff Jarrett fan. Kira's back with us. Curtis, the commercial counter. That was quite the alliteration for. Yeah, the Prince of the Mid-South.
Eric Isaac, welcome back. All right, folks. So we will try and get to some of your comments. I know Nick and I kind of got into a pretty quick discussion about some of the current events. But yeah, welcome. And do what he says.
Hit that goddamn like button.
Do it.
Right, do it. Yeah, do it now.
Right.
And then Big Mike here, I like this too. I liked it. To me, it felt like the ECW at the Hammerstein Ballroom back in the day. A little bit. It did have that ECW arena vibes with the entranceway.
If they had that, I mean, one of the coolest things about that venue is that second level, and it just feels like everyone's on top of you.
It feels crazy, super operatic-y, Coliseum-y when it's at the ballroom.
I used to love the JJJ strut. I did it in the middle of school. There you go. Here comes Kalani Jordan, your first ever women's North American champion. And I don't mind them starting the show with her because you're trying to make her feel special. First ever. So let's go.
You sounded condescending as shit with that.
I was trying to be.
They're trying to make her feel special. It's the first ever and some bullshit. No, she wasn't the favorite going in, but it's still a good choice. I don't want to say it's the best choice, but it's still a good choice. And she has kind of earned it. She's been there.
Well, remember, she was one of the faves to win the breakout tournament at that time because she was one of the few that we had kind of seen a little bit. Then she got hurt, but now here she is. So again, and if you think about the way the roster is, there's a good couple heels that are going to knock on her door real quick. Maybe partly why Fallon went heel.
Yeah, and well, like you said, I think when she got hurt, you had a couple other people start to really pass her by and everything. Because interestingly enough, she was the protege before of Dana Brooke and everything.
That is true, and you know what? That hurt her. No offense to Dana, maybe some, but the whole gymnastic routine, we hang out and high five and flip, didn't help her at all.
Right.
Now she's cutting a promo, ladies and gentlemen. Very interested to see how she handles this tonight. We haven't heard much from Kalani.
She's not bad on the mic. I mean, she's, shacking up with Carmelo, so she's able to, get some good mic work in pretty regularly.
She all about that him.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure if it was edited, but I saw a video. Yes. So that happened on Raw live. He put it in his pocket. Now I don't know what that means. Maybe Finn gonna get it in, but
no, he's. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and if we get in trouble, blame it on me. He's cock block Balor.
I like it. He's 100% been a blocker.
Yeah, he's 100%. He's out there of like, I need to keep this shit together here.
Yeah.
You're gonna die. I gotta look out for this fucking kid.
Dude, it felt like a scene from American Pie last night when all 5 guys were around the table debating it. And it was just like you saw like the Carlito guy that really wanted to take the key for himself. Dom's like, fuck, this is easy for y'all to tell me not to knock on the door. Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Miss Parker coming out right now already. So, like you said, instantly a heel that is a valid contender for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like the Carlito. That's cool, Finn. That's not cool.
That's not cool. And again, right now, love him or hate him, Dominic Mysterio is on fire. And look at the pickle this man's in. Imagine being the hot dog on that bun. Missions doesn't give a shit what Jaida Parker has to say.
Well, I like that as a nice little feud for Jaida to really get involved in. She's in there with a vet. She's still fairly new. She's over, but she's still fairly new. I like that a lot.
Yeah, giving her some in-ring relevance, right? Because she built a lot of it on her personality. We know she's got a big personality, not just a big personality. She now this is a chance with a vet to get in there and get some bangers in.
Yeah, pause.
Okay, I thought
so. Brandon, what up? Johnny actually brings up a good point here. KJ, well, just KJ. Do you see Tasha Steelz want a piece of her? I'm just the hat. I'm the hat when Anthony's not here.
Yeah. I mean, I think Nick and I are actually in agreement on this, so I'll rope you in on the answer, whether you like it or not. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. I like Tasha Steelz. She's got a nice resume. She hasn't done anything substantial in a little bit. So yeah, why not? Shit. I'm for all the shuffles.
Oh, that's a big question I think we're going to have answered tonight is if we're done with the TNA crossovers or if we're still kind of working with that whole deal because we still had Jensen, I think, actually was talked about, at least on Twitter, about how before the show started, he was out front of the arena talking to fans, trying to get his way into the show and everything like that.
He's I'm curious what they're going to do with this gimmick. We've seen this gimmick from others.
It's been the best thing for him. I like it because it's actually something for the fucking kid to do.
It's the first thing that I feel like he's done that isn't generic and boring. Even the bar rescue thing, we maligned it quite a bit. Right. This to me, at least it feels genuine of like, I fucking suck. Nobody likes me. I'm just gonna break.
I've got a mullet.
Me and Otis have the same barber.
Right. Fucking Lexus King won't tell me who he uses, so I can't fix his fucking mustache.
Yo, who do we blame for mullets being like a thing again? Is it Theo?
Would you rather have a mullet, or would you rather have a mullet and a mustache like Dom, or at least a mullet, or would you rather have Lexus King's barber? Like, would you rather have his shape up?
Oh, right.
As we do have Jaida Parker versus me and Yim right now, folks.
Yeah, who you taking, folks? That's a tough one. I'm going with the beard. I'm keeping the beard. I don't think the mustache and mullet's working. However, it's working real well for Dom, so I might change my mind.
Right, yeah. I think I got to go with the shape up. I can't look at myself respectfully in the mirror with a mullet.
As Misha in control, but missing in the corner.
Misses the cannonball.
Welcome to everybody. We're pushing 100. Let's go.
Right.
Be a friend, tell a friend.
Quack, quack.
Chucky Ducky, quack, quack. That was in the chat.
Yeah.
There you go. Chat is blowing up. I feel like we've ignored y'all a little bit tonight, but we'll get there.
Right, we're trying. We, like you said, we got the super chats, the super stickers. We got the memberships as well, and we do got the Bacon Club. We're planning to do another stream for that and everything as well. The members only streams.
The bacon's gonna sizzle, folks, as we head to commercial break.
Right. So Marshall saying, "I'm growing my beard like KJ."
Good job.
Just intentionally gray.
Yeah, I almost want to see if I can Photoshop like the mustache mullet look on
it. More stealing of Rhea Ripley's pin, please. Stupid, sexy Rhea pin.
Yeah, I mean, I feel I'm not sure if it was originally the like the very rude prison pin from Gunther, but it quickly became the sexy Rhea pin.
The stupid, sexy Rhea pin. 100%. I am also grown a beard. Good English.
I'm grown and a beard. Wait,
that's a whole different saying. That's a whole different topic. Like MDB said, with having good mic skills, it's a double entendre.
Right.
Brandon, hey guys, NXT baby. Absolutely.
It's true. I see Kyle in the house. I'm not sure if we caught you, Kyle, but welcome. Kyle. See some new faces in there. We are driving for 5K subscribers, folks. We're almost there, and we're gaining on a lot of channels. So be a friend. Help us out. See how many subs we can get in there. We're tired of waiting. Let's get to that 5K. Want to get 5K before Howdy.
Yeah, we're getting tired of knocking on the door. We're knocking the fucker off the hinges now.
Countdown is on.
Right.
6 days for the goal here, folks.
There we go. I guess speaking of another countdown or transitioning into one here, did you see the news about Io Sky is going to fight in Marigold, to where it's going to be a dream match of Joshi Wrestling? She's taking on Utami. I'm going to try and say this and not butcher it.
I can't wait.
Haya Ashishita. I sounded like I got hit in the head with a brick.
That came out of the gate hard wrong.
I tried. Utami versus Io Sky.
Not that I can do any better. We all know how
you do better. You do better.
I'm the king of fucking up everyone's names, even the English ones. So,
right.
I thought this was real cool. The real simple video jumps up on the screen. But hey, here we go. Like Triple H and Nick Khan aren't fucking around. Like Nick Khan's going to indie shows being like,
Well,
so
we knew
they're playing ball.
We knew Rossi was kind of in the fold with WWE and everything a bit of, they at least had a working relationship even prior to, I'd say, the TNA one.
Yes.
Bit with Julia coming in, etc.
Yeah. That's why Tony Khan hates him.
Yeah, well, that's exactly where everybody noticed that at that point. Like, nobody would have really paid attention if Tony Khan just shut the fuck up.
Parker for the win. Jaida Parker for the win. Is anybody taking Mishin? Like, she is like technically the favorite here.
I think especially though, right? The general population might be taking Mia Yim. I think we've turned our chat into big Jaida Parker fans here, so I think Jaida Parker is going to be our chat's prediction.
There you go. Yeah, Jaida would be a big win for her.
That's the thing. I think she needs a big win. This is a good little feud, but I mean, if she does take the loss, then you've got to run it back. So
Jaida saved this promo. I thought Kalani did all right. Like, was it like earth shaking? No, it was, peachy key, young, spirited, bubbly babyface. It's like she's like, not Willow.
Well, it's your stereotypical babyface kind of generic insert A, B, C, D promo.
Mission win. So a couple votes for Mission. Okay.
There you go.
OG Dale, the prediction champions, got Parker. Mike's just got knee pads all day long. Prevents calluses.
Saying happy Father's Day, although it's 5 days out, I believe.
Sunday. Yeah. So all the dads out there. Nick was dancing with my
when my baby got.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's because of Road Dogg. That's not because of Jeff.
The original Milli Vanilli.
Exactly.
All right, now we're vintaging ourselves here, folks. So pay attention.
Oh, we're very much of a certain vintage. If you haven't already figured that out.
As we are back from commercial break, Mia Yim, which is so much easier to say. For me anyway, is in control.
Right. As we are at 102, by the way. So we're at triple digits now. Let's see if we can get this to 110, 115, 120. Why?
102 on a Tuesday, folks. Thank you for being here. Do you see Booker T leaving when his contract is up very soon?
I saw this invite story.
People are
my
contract's
like soon. I go nowhere. My contract ain't up till 2029.
Yeah,
Booker T's just a fucking troll at this point.
Right.
As me, yeah. Oh, I thought they just had her fucking win it. Jesus.
But she's going for it. Blocked.
Ooh.
Eddie Thorpe returns tonight. That's true. What's a bigger return, Eddie or Wendy?
Eddie.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh.
I'm excited about Wendy. I want to see what's up. I hated the sleepy gimmick.
Respectfully. Can we talk about the whole, like, she's using her posterior like the pouts?
Everyone is.
No, because she just set me and Yim sailing out there. Yes, we've got the Good Brothers out here checking up on me and Yim, so we're kind of redoing the club here. But yeah,
she's got more pounds than the ounce, my bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's a powerful posterior.
Mm-hmm. But we got Toni Storm, we got Lola Vice, we got a bunch of ladies using that like hip thrust. Now Jaida might be a little more gluteus than hip, but she's getting a chair, and the OC's at ringside, folks. Oh, by the way, we haven't mentioned Cody Rhodes once. You might have you?
I did.
Okay, I have. I just remembered Cody's coming.
Yeah, I mentioned him earlier on at the start of this as Anderson takes the chair away. We got to roll up. And so me and Yim gets the win with the roll up here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but now are they setting up the OC versus Out the Mud?
Yep.
Makes sense.
Absolutely, that's what they're doing. And then that's how you can run this back, and that's the kind of feud you get going, and it helps them out, and it helps the Good Brothers and me, Yim especially, still do something.
Right. Harley Quinn, thank you for the sub. We appreciate it.
Now go get Joker, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and all them fuckers too.
Yeah, the whole crew. Let's go.
Right? Sorry, I had to.
Hip thrust was crazy. Parker just butted Mia out of the ring. Yeah, she butted her like a cigarette.
Right.
As replay of the fight between Gallus and Wesley. Well, the jumping fight is generous.
Yeah, the mugging. They looked like the Scottish Spirit Squad with all this fucking white and green on.
The Scottish Spirit Squad, son of a bitch. So
see, this is the big disappointment, though, because you've built up this whole connection and you've got everybody wanting the TNA connection, and then you give us New Cash Republic with Wesley. It's like,
well, listen, you're right, 100%. Shit. At least there's a history with Bate and West. Remember they were doing the Kumbaya thing together?
Yeah, they've had a smoke session too, as we've got Cody Montavious Rhodes out here.
Out there,
making hands and kissing babies.
I was about to say it backwards on purpose.
I think my brain tried to and actually did it right the first time.
You beat me to it.
I normally say shaking babies and kissing hands.
What I don't like about the people going to NXT from the main roster is they don't act like their same character sometimes. Play Mission beefing with Nia Jax. They don't really mention much. I don't know. I feel like there's a decent amount between, especially with the commentary talking about, and even like showing replays of. I mean, you wouldn't really talk about her rivalry with Nia when she's on NXT, but I think when she goes, they've talked about NXT quite a bit. I think.
I'm going to say this. Well, is he talking about when they go back up and everything like that, or are you talking about when they come down to NXT? Because I thought it was going when they come down to NXT. Because I'll say respectfully, most people who are coming down to NXT, it's because they ain't doing much on the main roster.
Yeah.
So there's not much to speak about. That's why they ain't speaking much on it.
Yeah, and maybe dialing in a little bit of the character might be slightly different, but I feel like Mission is Mission. Like she doesn't not feel like OC feel like OC. Like there doesn't feel like a whole change. And maybe I misread that, Paul, but I feel like the consistency, the continuity is pretty solid. And clearly the WWE is putting a stock, especially right now as you're developing this new roster with a lot of holes.
Mm-hmm.
You're using a lot of the main event talent or the main roster talent. And it's paying off. It's working in the ratings. It's helping overall. And we're getting good matches because of it.
Well, no, you were right. The main event talent. You just meant the show, not the actual position on the card.
Right.
But yes, as we're back at 101 and we're on commercial break number 2, Electric Boogaloo, I feel, as I think Curtis said, the line was at 9.
9. Oh,
I think I need to take the over after last night. I just got demolished and I took the push.
Last night had like 15. It was ridiculous.
I really think that we need to like pitch this whole thing to like a DraftKings or like any sort of sports book. Anybody out there listening that knows can FanDuel or DraftKings or anything like that, we'll sell them on just over under on commercial breaks during wrestling. We don't do it on, you know, the match out results and everything, because then you get into fucking, you know, insider betting and everything like that. We'll just do number of commercial breaks. How many fucking commercial breaks do they fit in?
Right. Wendy Choo reminds me of Lara Croft, and Liv Morgan reminds me of the main character from Stellar Blade. Let's start with Lara Croft. Like if she had narcolepsy.
Right. Cave explorer, habitual napper. Show me the connection.
Right. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. Brian, respectfully, you're wrong. I love you and I appreciate you, but you're wrong, my guy.
Now, the main character for, I don't know if I can speak to the Stellar Blade main character.
Wait, what?
Stellar Blade.
You got me swinging on that one. Respect. Yeah, I know Byron's been all about the game and action and everything like that. And we go check out the videos that CJ Brain did on the channel and everything. Yes. He was trying to play through Fight Forever and everything. And now you watch those videos and you'll see why now it's on free to play and fucking $3 at your local Walmart bin.
We got to get that man to play some 2K24 on here.
Yeah, facts.
The favorite pounce of all is its creator, the Alpha Male, Monty Brown.
Yes. Marcus Corvon. I'm surprised that they weren't able to figure out something to fucking do with him.
Yeah, I mean, he had a pretty good impact run, I guess. Mia Yim smacked Jada's ass on the way out. Wouldn't you?
He said it, I thought it, so we're both guilty.
It was there. Shit. Smacking my mic.
Right, he just had the instinct, the reaction.
Right, just that twitchy smacking hand. Right. Oh, we're in Chase U. They rebuilt the school. Hey!
This is looking more and more like the fucking Funhouse, though.
But it's
like the same paint color. They're like just waiting to use this,
right? But it's like old school. Only one person in the room right now looks like they're in college.
Or has been to college.
Like 3 of them look like they're dropping their kids off at college. And one of them, I don't even know where.
Looks like he's in a relationship with someone who's at college after he's already graduated.
Thea says, shut the up and sit down. We got a beat bubble.
There we go. I feel like this is just now becoming story that they still had storyboarded, and then they realized they got rid of like the WWE straight to bin, you know, movies and everything. Now, like, well, we've got this story, we might as well use it. Fuck.
I don't know. Like, and adding Ridge didn't help. Like, I mean, Ridge and Duke could probably be a really good main roster tag team, to be honest. And I don't mind Andre as a wrestler, but you know, putting the British guys together seems to be a thing, so let's do it.
Yeah, well, one's Australian and one's from the UK, so close you were close. They're both foreign. They both have accents. Speaking of accents, we've got Gallus coming out right now. What are you doing in my swamp? KOP said Bret Hart was the most technically sound wrestler. Owen was. I'm phasing out over here somehow. Owen was a high-flying act. He was the Blue Blazer. Yes, he was.
Yes, and that's fairly accurate. I mean, Owen had a lot of technical prowess too, but he was definitely more high-flying than Bret for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Break number 2.
I am doing that because there we go. I was turning into AI there for a bit, so I was trying to prevent it.
Right. Solid women's match. I thought it was a good match. Absolutely.
And again, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Ending builds to something. We're kind of getting there.
It's a good, like we talked about, it's going to be a good little feud that's going to still keep OC, Mia Yim busy and everything like that, and still help get over out of the mud, and especially Jaida Parker.
Absolutely. As here comes New Catch Republic.
Tyvon knows wrestling. I wouldn't mind Thea Hale being the new leader of Chase U. Well,
She just laid the law down on the gentleman. So there you go.
aggressive Thea is great. I think we've established wrestling fans just want women to be aggressive towards them because they don't know how to speak to women. I kid. But yes, I think that's come to the light recently.
Right? I mean, Liv might have had the line of the week so far as, a gorgeous man like you shouldn't be calling someone mommy. She should have somebody calling him daddy. I was like, nope.
Yeah, but still, for all the fucking neckbeards that took that the wrong way, that should be that Dom should be viewed as, an equal and all of that, that light. It wasn't,
as daddy. Yeah, baby girl. Let's
go.
No,
there was a lot of people that were going
Shut up. Was
too
there?
far with it. Yeah.
They're fucking idiots. Let's be clear. No, I mean, it was perfect. And again, the sentiment is that you shouldn't be, the
less than
the subby little, pleaser to
the gimp with a limp,
right? The gimp with a limp. I'm trying to politely say all this.
Yeah, I just said it. I pulled the fucking band-aid off.
You need a woman that worships you a little and makes you
respect my authority. But we've got Gallus taking on New Catch and Wes.
Yeah, we're starting off with Bate and Mark.
I was trying to think of a better name for the three of them, and I can't. There's something there with New Catch Republic and Wes Lee, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Oh, Hurricane Rana from Bate there.
Gallus. I actually liked that Chase U segment. I didn't mind it. It was again, the story unto itself is a bit fuckery. But I mean, that wasn't a bad segment. They're like the comedy gimmick. They're the comic relief. We're good.
Well, it's one of those of they've dug themselves into a hole and they're starting to finally dig themselves out. So I'll give them credit on that. It seems a little bit, but it's still they're in a hole still. Oh, is it so weird that like the joint manipulation shit and like the paper cuts and everything are the ones that you actually get like that visceral reaction to? Because you know how that feels. You don't know how a thumbtack in your rear feels, but you know what a paper cut between your fingers feels like.
Well, and again, it's visually just horrifying. And like you said, you can understand how it feels. And you can't quite, like, as you're watching it, you're like, they're not faking that. Because the way they pull on the angle, you're like, that is not, he's clearly hurting him, right?
Right. Absolutely. Oh.
Do you believe we might be building towards Gallus and the Rascals? Not anymore. Maybe, though. I mean, it would make sense. Get out of the way, guys. We got this.
It could be. It could be one of those, a bait and switch a little bit. See, there we go. We've got fucking Tyler Bate out here. So it's a bait and switch.
A bait and switch.
He was Butch, so he's now his switch. But we could get to where we get to the Rascals involved in this, but I think we should have just jumped right to it if we were going to do that.
Sorry, you said switch, and I thought you were going back to the Dom Mysterio topic. But anyway,
the
helicopter, around and around and around we go. Where he stops, no one knows.
We're going spinning instead of swinging.
I would have puked on his shoulder by now.
I would have been impressed if he got me on his shoulder by now.
Hey, the little strong man can do it.
I understand that. I'm a fat mother. I am not a small human being.
As we are going to commercial break, the baby faces hold court and have the ring as Gallus regroups on the outside, folks. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow for Dynamite Thursday doubleheader. We get Wrestling Court, NXT Black and Gold versus NXT HBK, the current era. What one's better? Why? Anthony versus Nick. Dun, dun, dun. Here we go again. It's going to be a fun one. Plus, we get the preview and predictions for Clash at the Castle Saturday, Friday doubleheader, SmackDown, and Rampage. I think I'm going to pop on Friday for the kickoff.
And also Against All Odds, which is currently sold out in Chicago as well.
Yes. I missed that last night, too. Yes.
Oh, don't worry. I think we all did.
Right. So we're doing a double, triple bill on Friday, maybe a quadruple bill all when all said and done. Saturday, 11:45 a.m. We will be here live for Clash at the Castle. Brunch with the boys. Wake and bake. Get up. Have a fun one. grab your snacks and whatever you need, your bacon, your sausage, your eggs, get them all, and your pancakes. Don't forget your pancakes. But it's going to be a fun week here on the channel, Nick.
Absolutely, absolutely. I don't know why now. There's so many things that it just instantly, because of the Dom and Liv thing. I'm just like provocative.
Right.
Break number three, my lord.
Right. This match is lacking knee pads. I hate it. Yeah, fair enough. Dan, go.
No, sorry. Yo, KJ and Nick, what would y'all say is the best / your favorite storyline going on right now in wrestling? If that's too hard, y'all can just say WWE. Oh, that's never too hard of a question. I have one right on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, what is it?
The Bloodline storyline.
I love the Bloodline storyline.
I would say that's my favorite right now. Like I'm going my personal favorite.
Yeah,
I would say
my favorite has to be the Drew McIntyre CM Punk storyline. It's a really well done storyline, and I'm looking forward to the next step on Saturday. I might have picked that one.
Trying to bait me into an argument. Hey, right. But if Punk tries and fails,
that's
interesting. That's the thing, my guy. Yeah, like there ain't no way, there ain't no how that Drew McIntyre is not walking out of Clash as your world champion.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sold. We'll see.
What you trying to bet?
I don't know, man. I don't know. This one's a tough one. Have you seen Tyler Bates' legs? He's definitely lifting you, Big Nick.
Swing me, daddy.
Oh shit. There you go. Boston talking to the most underrated finishing move in wrestling is the bitter end.
No, the most underrated is the deep six. Yeah, the deep six. Or what's the? I'm fucking blanking on Corbin's other end of days. The end of days, because he like. You don't kick out of that. That's like the most protected move in pro wrestling outside of the fucking surprise roll up, I feel.
Yeah, maybe the one winged angel might be the only other one protected at the same level as the end of days. So what bothered me about that was they pointed out, oh yeah, no one ever kicks out. Oh, kick out. You're like, why'd you do that?
Yeah, well, would you say, and I know, granted, we haven't exactly seen it. We've seen there's always variations and everything, but Sister Abigail was probably up there as protected.
Yeah, absolutely. As we are back, and right now, the Gallus is in control of Tyler Bate. I'm invested in Liv Morgan and Dom. I bet you are, big boy. No, Dom, and I think that's a great storyline too. Really good storyline. What is your favorite AEW storyline right now? What stands out? Jericho Hook?
No, MJF of just what the fuck they're gonna do with him.
MJF Roosh.
Well, not specifically Roosh. If you're gonna make me call it that, then we're gonna have a different discussion.
Right. The springback clothesline, by the way, marked down. Bate looking for the tag. I love that springboard. Spring back clothesline.
The first couple of times I saw it, I thought the video fucking just rewound and everything. It glitched and shit. I'm like, did this man fucking like straight reverse time there for half a second? Right. But no, I would say my favorite thing in the AEW right now is just where they're going with MJF, and that's just me marking out for MJF and what they're going to do. And it's because the landscape now in AEW is much different than the landscape he left.
True. What other storylines are actually heavily prominent right now?
Tony Khan and the Elite.
Well, that's not good.
Learning Tree.
The Learning Tree is worse. Shit, someone help me out.
You could force Ospreay versus Swerve, but that's not super prominent.
No, especially it was funny because I thought Ospreay was taking a sabbatical, but apparently he was just taking a week off.
Don't ever trust ringside news.
Yeah, son of a bitch. TNA is apparently making massive budget cuts this quarter and have started with some of his staff. In-ring talent contracts
Oh,
are top heavy, and you will see them shed more Jordan types. Hey, if they can make bank off WWE or it's outright sell, it's possible. We get the Meteora!
I was gonna say, I don't even know how to try and call what the fuck I just saw, but it was a whole lot of bodies going flying. There was a whole bunch of cool shit.
Right?
But no, we've talked about this, and I know, Anthony, and you're listening, pal, earmuffs right now.
Everybody down. Sorry, Nick. West to the floor.
Go ahead.
Sorry, lots of shit.
Yeah, no, you're good. Starts to see, no, you're fine. Starts to see springboard over coffee. This is Lariato. No. Twa, as Gallus picks up the win. This is now a see where my friends, these friends don't cut it.
These friends suck.
The new friends.
These friends clearly suck.
I can't beat you with 2 people. I need 3 more.
Right.
But yeah, no, it's starting to look, and I know, again, we've thought about this a couple of times, but it's starting to look more and more like TNA might be kind of transitioning to a lot of their talent might either be going to WWE or they might just become a WWE subsidiary.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's very possible. This match is pretty awesome. I agree. That was a hell of a match. And Gallus gets the win.
Absolutely. As now we've got Out of the Mud out backstage here. So see, this is, like you said, we're setting up for Out of the Mud and Jaida to go Out of the Mud as a whole to take on the OC, to fight for the O name.
There you go. Try and put these guys over. We'll see how that works out. I can't believe Willow and Stat didn't cross y'all minds. Mm-hmm.
I mean, respectfully to the ladies, respect. But yeah.
Haggis for everyone, right?
Well, that what AW is going. Bendy, the guy, saying what AW is going to do with Ricochet because it's a done deal, according to some of the IWC.
Yeah,
I worry that with Ricochet, he has to have 5-star super Ricochet matches every night.
Yeah, and then
you can't not be on ultra Ricochet level. Sorry.
Yeah, but then you get to the point with, like we do with everybody, is you can't do that all the time and it still be cool.
Right.
But yeah, no, I mean that's the tough part with that. You're gonna hear rumor here first, folks. Ricochet and Samantha, the first ever intergender tag team champions for AEW.
Bro, I've seen a lot of people that have been acting like, it has been, Ricochet has ceased to be after Monday Night Raw and everything like that. Like, you all want to see a dead body type shit. And then also a lot of people have like, if Samantha leaves too, we throwing hands at this point now. Like,
right.
You got to run that now.
Right. People were saying, oh, she just quit. Like, wait a minute. Like,
no, that's the thing is, I think that goes back to the whole interesting thing is we're in commercial break 4, I believe.
Yeah, 4.
Of having her involved in that is a weird and an interesting choice if he's truly gone, because you can't follow up on that. You can't have someone else take the place of Ricochet in that story, because then it doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel real. It feels forced. It feels bleh and everything. So it's, if they wanted to have that moment and just kind of, hey, Pat, here you want to talk on the mic, you want to have your fucking, huge pop of, to where I think Drew said, I want to be referred to as this handsome Scottish bastard from here on out.
Right.
Unless they're doing it in that aspect of, we're giving this man the ultimate send-off, I think there's a good chance he's hook, line, and sinker for something else here.
Right. Yeah, I love the fact that we don't know. I really think it's interesting. Really think it's compelling.
Absolutely. Tyler Bate looks like young Randy the Ram. I hated to watch Samantha go, but I love to watch her leave. My man coming out here with the cheesiest pickup lines.
Bum, bum, bum.
Here is $1 million question. Where in the hell is Deonna Purrazzo?
She is recently off a performance on the pre-show of which Dave Meltzer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not only is he biased in obvious directions, what I do find now is he gives his star ratings to reinforce the booking. So when people say, why are Thunder Rosa and Deonna on the pre-show? Well, he gives them a low rating as, oh, they had a shit match. I mean, arguably, there was a better match than the ones we got on the main show. But that all being said, you have two highly talented women in Thunder Rosa and Deonna, and a whole bunch of others just floating in the abyss.
I'm going to say this with all due respect to all parties involved. Much like how we had, the interview and everything like that. So remember when Vince Russo was claiming that he was a consultant for USA and everything like that? Dave Meltzer thinks he's a fucking consultant for AEW and everything like that, that he's in the know, that he's, helping with the booking and the creative decisions here. No, you an idiot. You're just a fan that needs to clean your fucking room and actually come back to reality.
As we are getting a replay now of Trick Williams coming back out of commercial break. Oba, who was to me the MVP.
The OVP. Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, I'm going to... Yeah, let me go figure that one out.
Right. Yeah, as we're getting a replay of Battleground. And yeah, as KJ was talking about before he takes a pause for the cause right there. Oba Femi is just a man amongst children out here. He is literally just... Most of his offensive maneuvers were respectfully just impressive as shit. Or it was just him tossing people from one pillar to one post. I've said it before, and I'll go on the record of saying that man, when he gets called up, they're going to have to ask him to hand in the NXT North American Championship, because he's not taking an L between now and then, and he's also not losing that belt. So 100%. He is right now just a force of nature waiting to hit the main roster. He is a storm off the coast of Florida that is just waiting to fucking touch land here. Pause. What is this horrible background music? Paul, I don't know, because I don't hear what you hear. I don't have your ears, but I'm sorry. Excuse me. Braun Breaker versus Oba Femi is going to be generationally meaty. Bro, have you, as we're getting a Sol Ruka video package, so we're following up on at least Sol Ruka so far right now here about making her gear going into Battleground. But Arby's and WWE have reached a deal about big, beefy week or whatever. Pause on all of that. But it's something like that in a cross promotion, everything. And I don't think me and Big E are alone in the coming down with the meat sweats here. Again, pause on all of this. But yeah, WWE out here with big meaty merch and everything. And I know, AEW sat there and was trying to trademark just the phrase meat, but 100%, if there is a company that's pulling off big meaty men slapping meat, pause, it is WWE. So I'm damn near out here tempted to get a big meat shirt, pause again. And well, like we saw in Raw with Braun with the big SOB shirt. So it's a good time to be a big beefy man in pro wrestling, I guess is what I was ultimately trying to get out of that. If I went on a fucking tangent. As yeah, we're getting a big Sol Ruka video package here. The whole time it's been just straight Sol Ruka. Did she snatch her soul, boss? And Sol Ruka looks almost exact to a girl I used to date. Is it her? I mean, maybe, I don't know. Big meaty SOB. Now, I almost want to see KJ if he can hear me, or if when he comes back and everything, let him know if we can get that on the merch store. But that might be the very pausable fucking shirt there. We might have to have that on the front and then pause on the back or something. As I've got Brinley Reese with Malik Blade and Idris and Ofe coming out right now. How are we feeling about Brinley Reese? Like, I think she's kind of done the Thea Haley gimmick better, but I also don't know truly what exactly her gimmick is outside of like the power of positivity. It's time for a TNA show. What now? Is KJ's missing he's missing Spooky Choo. We've got Brinley Reese taking on Spooky Choo. That was creepy as shit. Well, I don't want to say that was creepy as shit. I'm marking out with that. She's got like the halfway Undertaker eyes out here. So yeah, we've got Spooky Nightmare Before Sleepover Wendy Choo out here right now. So let us know who you're taking, whether you're taking Spooky Choo, Wendy Choo, I choose you, Spooky Choo, or Brinley Reese. The Sleepy Choo variant. Yeah. Wendy Choo wins. I choose you. How is a woman that her whole gimmick is sleeping coming out here with bags under her eyes? Like, what the fuck is happening? Why is this a thing? What? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You ain't got the answers, Sway. I don't get why the spooky, like, all she's missing is a fucking Lily doll, and she's just NXT's Alexa Bliss here type shit with all of this. I think this is 100% going to be probably a fairly quick match, as Wendy Choo just with, the Luthez press and then just throwing haymakers here. But yeah, I want to see where this goes, but I'm confused on the play. I don't think I like this. Richard, that's so great. I don't think I like this. Choo for the win, Wendy Choo. Spooky Dookie Choo, where are you? Yeah, that's the thing, is this might be Dookie. Has to be Spooky Choo Choo. What's up with Wendy? Is she okay? Yeah. She's Spooky Choo out here. She literally looks like she's just spent too much time at a Hot Topic and is like, at Halloween at, her fucking sorority's fucking house here. She's still out here in a fucking onesie she's just got some like stitching on her, paint on her face. Scoop slam by Brinley here though. Nah, this ain't it. Just go back to Mei Ying. Yeah, absolutely. Sleep paralysis damage you. Yeah, why this? Why this play? Like, where do we go from here? I want to give it a chance. But it's not exactly great, as she's choking out Brinley Reese here with it's not a strict kata hajime. She's got the rope over with it and everything with the arm here. But yeah, so Wendy Choo, Spooky Choo, I choose you, picks up the submission victory over Brinley Reese here. But there's no explanation and there's no discussion about why she's a darker character or anything like that. It's literally she went away and she found Spook. Pause. Any gothic theme, I'm all for it. Yeah, but this is like just fucking sleepover Alexa Bliss. That's what it feels like here. And again, we instantly cut off of that match. No, again, real storytelling. So I'll give it a chance. I want to see where it goes, I guess, but I don't really know off of that where you go from that, what compelled that to be a thing, what have you. But we're running through how Ora Mensa has been suspended by Naval Raine. because of his repeated malicious and unprovoked and, out of nowhere attacks on Ethan Page here. So I feel like we're going to just set up to an Ethan Page or a Mensa match, which, I mean, you could maybe make it work storyline on. We'll wait and see here. But yeah. But then I feel we do Aura, then we do Noam, and I don't know where we were at with Ethan by that point. No, thank you, Wendy. Chair, what up? Big Mike. I like Spooky Wendy. Why not? Fair enough. I don't know why it needed to be a thing, why it was there.
What's wrong with Spooky
This is
Choo?
Nickelodeon Goth. Hi, Nickelodeon Goth.
Right? What's wrong with Spooky Choo?
Why?
Why not?
That's not a fucking valid argument.
Or
instead of, of just why or why not? Well,
I hated the fucking, I hated the sleepy gimmick. Maybe this is better. Can't be much worse.
Again, a terrible argument of, well, this was bad. It can't get worse. We've seen that before on other places and everything. It can get much worse.
Right. Unprovoked, Ethan Page attacked him backstage too. That's a valid point. That is a valid point.
I fair enough.
Ethan beat up a lot of people.
I was misquoted. I misspoke.
Ethan beat up a lot of people.
He's a bad man.
Hashtag justice for Aura.
Well, how do you feel, though, if that's where it sets up to where now we go from Ethan Page taking on Trick to where we get Ethan Page taking on Aura Mensa?
Interesting. I don't know how I feel about it.
I think that's where they're going.
Maybe.
That's the story they're telling. The guy's fucking suspended for attacking him.
Yeah, it's odd. Maybe, I guess, because you can attack in the parking lot, you can attack in backstage, but you cannot attack at the Apex. How dare you?
Fair enough. Or, well, I was going to say, I was almost trying to think of if you did it as he attacked him before he'd actually signed his contract, what have you, if you were attacking, an unsigned talent. Mm-hmm. But by the time he had done all of it, he had already signed his contract.
Right. Give me Spooky Choo versus Abaddon. How about Spooky Choo versus Havoc or Rosemary?
No, because Spooky Choo is not actually spooky. She's just, it's Halloween night at the sorority.
Right.
That's what that is.
Yeah. I have no idea what they're doing with Wendy Choo. I love joking around about Chooser, but the sleepy gimmick was fucking horrible. Anybody taking a nap while you're trying to pin me would get kicked in the head. How dare you make me look stupid?
I said while you were on your pause there, when she came out here, I was like, she's the only woman that's literally her whole gimmick is fucking sleeping, but still comes out here with bags under her eyes.
Right?
What the fuck?
Why do you look like Vince Vaughn and Susan?
Why do you look like a raccoon that hasn't slept in 10 years?
Right? She will cut a promo soon explaining the whole change. There you go. Big Mike, I'm with you, buddy. I'm with them. Wendy versus Su Yung. Wendy kind of did Su Young's gimmick already, though. You'd have to be Mei Ying versus Su Yung.
Yeah, all the Youngs, all the things. I was losing track of who I was like. Is this just like that person? I was losing myself here.
Right. Abaddon is AEW's Halloween decoration at this point. Facts. Oh, that's yeah.
And I hate that because I actually am a fan of Abaddon. Like they, them as a whole thing and everything with that. It works. It's still one of those you still kind of have to do it as a special attraction, a bit, what have you, but it does work. It does work more than just once a fucking year.
Yeah. She could definitely be utilized much more.
Right.
I got a question. What is Alexa's doll name? Lily gets the highest standard between even your. From the days of yore. Where are we going? Malik, help us out here.
You started off with a question and ended off with what the fuck? Man Bear Pig was behind it. Well, then I will Excelsior to go fight him.
All right, folks, we are on a commercial break. Nick's taking a pause for the cause. We have over 100 people with us right now. If you have not clicked like or subscribe yet, please do so. Be a part of the family. Be a part of one of the fastest growing wrestling channels out there. We are about to hit 5K. Help us hit that milestone as we are coming out of commercial break. They're reminding us Clash at the Castle kickoff, 11 a.m. Eastern time. There's a good chance I'm going to be there for that live on Friday, unless my schedule changes. I'm looking to jump on, say hello to the people, click that little bell. We watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there, and we appreciate you for being here on a Tuesday. Tomorrow, coming back for Dynamite. Thursday, Wrestling Court. Do not miss Wrestling Court. If you haven't seen episode 1 and 2 of Wrestling Court, go check it out. The trial of Tony Khan, CM Punk versus the Young Bucks. This time around, NXT Black and Gold versus NXT HBK. As Byron Saxon is outside waiting for Roxanne Perez. I like that. I like that, MDB. Do wrestlers leave one federation to another allowed to talk about where they came from? It depends what company, and it depends on what level. WWE's kind of guarded with that. You can slip in a few jabs or a few kind of and backhanded comments. Lately, more than before, you can get away with saying a little bit more. AEW, they do it all the time. Even if they didn't come from the other company, they cannot keep the fat out of their mouth. But Mr. Stone, Ava's assistant-ish person, talking to Roxanne, fired and deleted. There you go. I love Michael Cole. What was he doing in that picture for? He's hosting the kickoff. But here comes Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, your WWE champion, in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Wendy is like Natalia, can get a good match out of anyone for her gimmicks and booking her out bad. Listen, that's the thing about Wendy Choo. She is a talented wrestler. She and did well with shitty gimmicks. Like even the sleepy gimmick, as much as it sucked, she did it well. I'm sure it takes a lot of extra effort to fuck up the moves the way she had to pretend she was sleeping. So there's something there. I just hope that this new rendition of Wendy Choo pays off, gives us something, makes sense, goes somewhere. Choo versus Paxley. I don't know. Sorry about the last question. I just wanted to know what Alexis Bliss's doll's name. My bad, but you said it's Lily. Lily. Wendy Choo is Lily come to life. Was Abaddon live one time? It was different. Maybe. What's up? What's up, Kevin? How you doing? How you doing? Roxanne Disney Princess Eyes Perez. There you go. That's a long nickname. Cody. Cody's in the house. This one's interesting. There's a sign. Cody made AJ Styles quit. Yes. She's cooking. Very hot lady. There you go, Dale. There you go. Yeah, Roxanne's super impressed me. Roxanne has really gotten over with me lately. I think she's talented. I think she's been strong. I think she's come a long way. The heel gimmick surprisingly working. Cody has packed the NXT arena. Big Cody chants from the crowd. I wish Wendy was just reunited with Xia Li, but Xia is gone. And it doesn't mean she can't come back. We'll see. I can see Ricochet as TNA World Champion and their top guy, even X Division Champion, but in AEW, he will get lost. Rocco, you got a good point about TNA. I think he could do good things in New Japan. I think Ricochet could do good things anywhere he goes. But my concern with Ricochet going to AEW is spot match. Forgotten. That's my concern. What does it mean? Where does he go? What does he do? But Cody instantly bringing up AJ. Yeah. If nothing else, the OC has already made their presence felt. Welcome back, Chris. There you go. Cody might be announcing the Dusty Classic for the women's division. I like it. But right now he's talking about the I Quit match we're getting on Saturday, folks. Whoa, here comes Trick. Interesting. Anyone looking forward to Carmella return? Haven't talked about the potential Carmella return in quite a while. She could be back sooner than later, guys. I have no idea where she's at. I know where she went. I'm just not sure how close she is to returning. Do we get Julia tonight or a week before Heat? Maybe not a week before Heat, but maybe a couple weeks before. Damien? Do you smell what the Wrestling for Life Network is cooking? You better. Welcome back, Brahma. As Trick Williams, your NXT champion, in the ring with Cody Rhodes. Today is the 9th anniversary of Dusty's death. Oh, shit. T's and P's. I said I saw Abaddon live one time in AEW, and it was different. All right. Okay. Different good, different bad. WWE could use both male and female tag teams. And I believe that is one of the initiatives that Triple H is working on. I think he's trying to bolster tag team wrestling. Slowly, but surely. I was looking forward to the return of Carmella. There you go. They didn't need the Dusty Classic for that. We didn't get one yet. Make up a new tournament for them. They could still call it the Dusty. Males and females, revered him. They did the Mae Young. Does that count? Whoop, that Trick in the house. He made a point. Nobody reacted. Trick Williams, what is the main event then? I don't know. Trick Willie versus Cody. Trick Williams and Cody versus the OC. Is this Cody trying to give the rub to Trick? Potentially. Definitely feels that way. And pause for sure. Cody's crying. Not yet. Hold on. Not yet. What's up, brother Fluff Salisbury? How you doing? Mike, damn Trick wearing Parliament Funkadelic shows. Let's go. He was tall enough without them. Champion versus champion tonight. No. There you go. He's a pretty tall guy, though. Those Tom Cruise platforms. Let's go. Wow, Trick getting the Cody rub. Holy crap. Ooh. He's definitely getting the Cody rub right now. Giving him all the love. Ethan Page could definitely interrupt. Trick has delusions of grandeur. Does he? I mean, he is the champ. He's kind of... He might not actually hold those delusions, but he's got to present like he does. I guess Roxanne and her new opponent are the main event. I guess so. It was different. I accept that. 25 men over the top battle royal for the number one contender for Trick Williams title. Oh, and you might know some of them, but some of them will be from different locker rooms. Boom goes the dynamite, folks. Cody teasing, and we get a TNA chant right away. Anthony out there chanting, TNA. 25 men, battle royal. Some you may know, some maybe from other locker rooms. It is what it is. Battle royals are never my fave, but I mean, if you do it right, it can be entertaining. And it's a good way to inject. Like, there you go. There's a Joe Hendry sign right? But what if there was 3, 4, 5 people from TNA? I mean, or fuck, who knows? Where else? He's inviting Cody to the cookout. Was there a match look good in a while? We're gonna have to retry. Trick got the Money Mike threes. Cody's coming to the cookout. Breaking news. There's the Rob. Raw, SmackDown. Yeah, I mean, anything's up for grabs here, right? Raw, SmackDown, TNA. We got it. Yeah, as long as it's not the bullshit gauntlet match where you can end it before people even get in it, is fucking the dumbest shit ever. Yeah. Why is Trick wearing heels? I have no idea. He's already a tall dude. He didn't need the extra 3 inches. Might be 5 inches, actually. Pause on all of that. Joe Hendry, yes, let's go. As they are showing us last Tuesday what set up the match we're going to get between Spears and Javon. And I'll be honest with everybody, I don't know what to make of Sean Spears yet. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about what we're doing here. Moose first Trick? Absolutely, man. Moose shock the world, show up and win a battle royal? Woo! Cody Luther King X. Say his name and he appears. Well, everybody keeps saying Joe. Let's see if we can get him in this battle royal. There you go. There you go. There you go, man. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. This is one of the better NXTs I've seen in a long time. Great job so far, Big Mike. Yeah, I'm not disliking this one at all. 25-man battle royal is better than the monstrosity. Yeah. Listen, again, if you do a lot of battle royals, I have an issue. But if you do a battle royal once in a while, I'd be okay with that. Like, I don't hate battle royals. They're not my favorite. My least favorite is a gauntlet match, but like the standard bullshit WWE gauntlet match where, you know, you start with 2 and then the next guy comes out and the next guy or girl. I don't love those matches. I find them long, boring. There's always a couple falls in there that are too fast because you have only so much time. And then what AEW did with their battle royal gauntlet thing, where it's first pin wins, you advertise 20 men battle royal and 11 people in, somebody gets a pin. Nah, I don't like it. I don't like it. Prepare for lots of Tony seasoning on everything. Pause maybe on that. What's up, Richard? How you doing again? Cody's a square. He's a squeaky clean baby face. Very, definitely got some square in him. I still believe Trick is more catchphrase than anything else. You're not completely out to lunch on this one, Chair. Honestly, there isn't, because his last few matches weren't stellar. You know, not a superstar like my co-host here.
Well, I was going to say, well, speaking of just a catchphrase and not stellar, there we go.
I called you stellar.
Yeah.
But I still believe Trick is more of a catchphrase. His in-ring work has been a little bit questionable.
Yeah, it's been like we thought it was just him with Carmelo and then him with Ethan Page. I don't know if it's they're booking him in bad situations and you're booking it with, I guess, a guy he couldn't work well with, which is surprising of they were so close together. And Ethan Page, brand new, all of that. But yeah, they haven't. His promos, everything outside of the matches has delivered. In ring has just no.
Right.
Has been the trick that we've been whooping this whole time.
Right. Yeah, it just hasn't materialized into quality matches. Like, you know, I think the last couple have been disappointing, especially, you know, you set up the Carmelo one as one of the biggest matches in NXT history, and it just didn't live up to that. The Cody is a rating play. Yeah, 100%. It's a ratings punch. He was in the neighborhood, and they said, why not? He announces a battle royal, 25 men battle royal, Nick.
Amen.
Some people you may know, Some may show up from other locker rooms.
But that's instantly like I heard you talking about of how much a battle royal really works right now in 2024 in pro wrestling and everything. But when it's one of those of you actually don't know who could show up and everything, and it's still one of those tight-lipped secrets and everything, it works really well. It works really well. It's when it's, you've got a battle royal of 20 people and 3 are the only ones that could actually probably really win it. That's when it's like, well, just do a fucking triple threat or something.
Yeah.
Man. Just do something else.
Yeah, I don't, again, the battle royal is never my favorite. I do like the fact that they rather do it for number 1 contenders than belts. That's a way better choice. But no
title eliminators. Fuck off with that.
But I mean, in an environment where everybody's talking about who could be in it, I think it's great. I mean, you're going to have people buzzing about this for 7 days. If anybody from another company steps foot within 100 miles, I almost said meters, miles, I'll help y'all out.
Thanks.
From Full Sail, they're fucking 100% going to be on the radar and being reported. We seen them.
Well, that's who I mentioned about how somebody was in Orlando and was allegedly there and everything like that hadn't been brought up or wasn't going to be on TV or might not be. Right. It was Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry was in Orlando and everything like that. And they were talking about him being backstage at NXT. Well, I was literally on my pause. I was like, dude, I heard the announcement of Battle Royale. I was like, motherfucker, if fucking Joe Hendry shows up when I'm on a fucking pause and I got spooky Choo, I'm punching you virtually in the face.
All right, so there's 3 blondes and Kalani. I'm not sure.
Well, no, 2 blondes. No, that's not Kalani.
Oh, no, it's not. My bad. Creepy Choo. What is this?
Bro, I'm telling you, it's Alexa Bliss at a fucking sorority sleepover. That's all it is. All she's missing is fucking literally. It's the same shit. It's not good.
The NXT WWE 2024 NIL class.
And folks, make sure you are here Thursday where you can hear me and that man on the screen right there. Not KJ, he'll be the judge, but Anthony right there go at who's going to be or who had the better run controlling NXT right here. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen of the jury here, you can see part of my evidence right here of we've got NILs upon NILs. We're not signing Ring of Honors and CZWs and XPWs or
this
anything.
Man trying to tamper the jury already. You're gonna make
no. I'm trying to I'm just trying to make sure that they're aware of their jury duty.
Right. There you go. Yeah, remember, folks, Wrestling Court Thursday. The chat gets to be witnesses. Wow. Kendo out of the gate.
Right. I thought this was going to be the main event.
We got a foggy Singapore cane match off and running.
Oh, we've got Mortal Kombat right now. This is Johnny Cage taking on fucking Kung Lao.
Round 1, fight.
In a Singapore cane, for those not of a certain vintage, it was at one time called a Singapore cane, and then us stupid Americans did something bad in Singapore, and a child got Singapore caned, and then it became a kendo stick. Past ECW, Paul Heyman was like the last one to use it, being called the Singapore cane.
Right. It was Sandman. That was Sandman's gimmick forever.
Yeah.
Right? Singapore cane. I think he still calls it that. As they are just teeing off on each other. Yeah, do you imagine that HBK was in his office and
he just fucking threw it in his face? Just eat that, bitch. You have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
The person directly in the middle of the hard cam is just really beside himself about the ongoings right now.
Bro, but so your main event tonight is going to be, I am assuming. Oh, no, you're going to end it with who's taking on Roxanne.
Yep.
I was going to say, if it's Spears and Javon, like that's a hell of a fucking jump for that kid. Goes from level up to main event of NXT within like a month.
Well, and I said this while you were on your break, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm still trying to fucking put a thumb on what the fuck we're doing with Sean Spears.
I thought he was going to get tied into the whole thing with Cody coming down, because think about it. Well, and again, there's no Ethan Page as well, has been brought up here. But,
right.
Cody's got a relationship to Sean. He's got a relationship to Ethan. He gets a little group beside him of, if we ever got Homelander Cody Rhodes.
Right. Oh, yeah, right. And I mean, the OC were in the house too. But again, and I know some people may try and spin it negatively, but having your WWE champion and give the NXT champion a rub, was it a bit of a ratings ploy? Absolutely. He announces the battle royal. He, tries to help get over Trick, and then he leaves. And no, by the way, I'm gonna fuck you up, AJ Styles. Bye.
It's a way to keep the hype up for NXT without having NXT show up there. That's so weird that like one of your like tattoos was like face.
I just did the same thing.
I was like, man's got the bionic elbow. Man's doing the ultimate.
It's actually this is actually the elbow that got like.
There we go. So man's got the bionic elbow. I'm out here friends with a cyborg.
It's true. Get to the chopper. I can't do it.
Yeah, you're the real Terminator. That's why you do the voice. Make them believe you're the robot, not me.
Right. What if Ricky Starks debuts next week? I think too soon, but I would love it.
Again, we don't know when his contract's up. See, think about this. Think about this. As we do have, I'm actually kind of excited for Lexus and Dante Chen. So let us know.
It's been good,
right? But think about this. On one hand, you have Ricochet, that going off of the reports and everything like that has made it known that he plans to leave the company when his contract is up. So they send him off. They even sit there and paddy wagon him or meat wagon him and everything with his fiance, all of that. They give him a nice little send off of still lets you know the door is always open. Ricky Starks, kind of same situation, theoretically. Meanwhile, is out there on the bench, not doing a damn thing. And the guy who owns and books the shows is out there saying, I really like him. I wish I could use him, but something bullshit. So it's so weird that one's doing it how you think the other would do it.
Yeah. No, I mean 100%. As Lexus King laying waste to Dante Chen, and now setting up the Singapore Cane, pointing out the way.
Yeah, so somebody's going straight into that. Well, you can already see it on Dante Chen's chest and his back. You can see a straight mark here. Oh, in the midsection again. The laws of wrestling, he who sets it up must go through it.
Hey, better than going and hitting it backwards.
Or, well, you always see at times where someone will take it like up here and everything. Yeah. Like, that's like fucking scary to me.
Oh, they aren't fucking around.
Can I make a case that the Singapore Cane is the best weapon when it comes to pro wrestling? Because it does enough that it's not something that's going to fucking really truly scramble your brains, I feel, and everything to an extent. Granted, I've never been hit with one.
It leaves marks. It makes a loud noise.
Absolutely.
They're pretty, I mean, again, when you break, like he just shattered. Wow, he threw it and then kicked it. It's a good match.
Shatter one, it looks impressive as shit.
Dante Chen's getting over. Carly Bright, Light Bright in the house. Big day Thursday. 2 shows.
As we're getting an NXT chat, and this man's just beat to ever-loving piss.
Right.
This is the one time having a pale, pasty skin comes in handy.
Right. Oh, monkey flip. I like this. What if they just start hijacking people like at MLW Pro, like people from everywhere just start showing up?
Just then the portals just start popping up.
Right.
Comes Endgame.
Go after AAA. Oh,
yeah. They're dealing with
right?
AEW.
No, they're using CMLL, and the AAA guys won't be on the same show as a CMLL guy.
I thought I've heard talks that they've at least agreed that like they won't be in like the same segments type of shit. Like there's got to be like there's got to be a good separation between them.
The cane to the
bait and tackle. I will rule you.
So is it cheating if you stop using a cane and start using another?
Is it cheating to use a weapon outside of a kendo stick?
He's got an American cane. I'll show you Singapore.
Right.
This is a good match. We've had a couple good matches tonight. We've kind of got a decent.
It's been a good NXT.
Yeah. And
as
then
he hits the kind of like
nice
underhook DDT there. Yeah, so Lexus King gets the 1, 2, 3. I like it. I dig it. You use the cane as an advantage, what have you. Again, you get into like what you were just talking about there of, well, you use the not Singapore cane in a Singapore cane match to win. So,
right. This is a hell of a question, Big Mike. We'll come back to it. I like this question a lot.
oh, yeah, commercial break.
Yeah, we might have to readdress that one. That one's interesting. Lexus wins. Big win for Lexus. 2-2, 2-2. This is a fun part. We talking about this KJ and Nick. Absolutely. Anthony had said something. I wanted to go back to Anthony's comment. I didn't quite understand it. TNA is owned by Anthem, which owns the cable channel Access. Facts. TNA has cheap programming. It's unlikely they'll ever stop producing some sort of the product. But if they're hemorrhaging money or not making, I mean, again, you got to point to an extent.
Cody Rhodes out here gifting the dashing Cody Rhodes mask to JC Jane so she can, instead of being out here of Rip Hamilton.
Dashing
JC Jane. Right. I dig it. And by the way, Rip Hamilton in the mask is a fucking cheat code in basketball, by the way. That man's Steph Curry times 10.
But it's interesting that this uber babyface champion would give a heel a bit of a rub. But
I'm just out here giving gifts to the kids out here. I'm just fucking Santa Claus.
I mean, I guess he was kind of a heel at the time. So here's my bad guy shit. I'm not gonna
right. I ain't gonna use this anytime soon.
Right. As we are getting a package on our good buddy Eddie Thorpe.
We're getting the same package we've seen about him bringing up the history of Native American characters in wrestling. I'll say characters because they mentioned like Tatanka and shit.
Yeah. And the Briscoes and such. Chief J.
There's some legit Chief Wahoo shit like that. But yeah, there's some that, Tatanka means mini buffalo.
Always knew it. Returns next. Yo, I meant to ask you, speaking of returning, tweet goes out by our buddy Dijak, being that we were just doing the impression, but basically saying someone's got to deal with this brawny problem we got. Somebody's going to deal with this. I found that very interesting.
He's got to get justice for Ricochet. I am the ratio man. That's what he is. He's not Batman. He's ratio man.
There you go.
I've been missing some Dijak and on my TV screen. I'm out here just trying to I just want to follow or something like ratio me, Dijak ratio.
Come on.
It's funny. It's like it's becoming like the Church of Dijak out here.
Right. Nice. We go from Liu Kang to Nightwolf.
Right, exactly. Mortal Kombat.
So if you are just tuning in, we are on a commercial break. NXT is rolling on. We are back tomorrow for Dynamite, and we got a whole lot of content coming your way for the rest of this week. It's a busy week here, but Cody is in the building at NXT. Announced a 25-man battle royal for the #1 contendership to Trick Williams' title. Plus, he gave the dashing Cody Rhodes mask to JC Jane. Who saw that?
The lineage has been passed down here, and you know for a fact that we're gonna get a Cody Rhodes Shawn Spears interaction. I assume, right?
I would imagine, maybe. I imagine.
Well, he's out here still just walking through the 3 sets that they have set up backstage.
Yeah, he's got 2 more to go.
Right. I've been through 1. I got to show up at the Italian restaurant and then the locker room.
Right. Dijak is the new 911. I like it. Real quick, Nick. Mid-card WWE champion.
Oh, yeah.
AEW world champion. What's more appealing right now?
Which title?
Well, I mean, pick a mid-card one and either or.
Okay. I'm going over Logan Paul for the U.S. title at SummerSlam.
Okay. So
that's where I would go. That's where I'm going to probably get the most eyeballs and everything like that. I'm now the uber babyface. I just destroyed the dastardly prime heel in his hometown. Respectfully, I mean, we've seen what they've done even with Swerve as champion.
Mm-hmm.
I go back to, I feel like they're okay with him being champion, just not in the main event. which is a terrible position to put your champion in.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting if Ricochet does show up, because Swerve might be the odd man out. Unless they go for absolute broke and it's Ricochet, Swerve, Ospreay, triple threat. Fucking, all we're going to do is fire off a gun, back, and you guys go. You got 30 minutes, go.
Just someone get Meltzer a box of fucking Kleenex and a bottle of Lipitor.
Oh, Alvarez is going to have a sticky morning that night.
Oh, he's gonna turn into fucking Spider-Man out there. But no, 100%. Out of all of those options, say WWE IC belt, WWE US belt, AW World Champion. I know I'm gonna piss some people off here and everything like that, but again, I would go with, US said, oh Christ, I'm getting on his fucking podcast and everything like that to cut promos, what have you. Like the LA Knight shit. Like LA Knight, I think is in a good spot as a guy who can really talk to just show up and fuck up like a podcast or some shit, to use that as a story. And you're going against a guy that's got appeal outside of pro wrestling.
Yeah, 100%. I think for me, I think the way I absolutely agree with you in the sense of
you're gonna go world champ.
If
I need that world champ belt.
No, I'm a sucker for a big crowd. So if I had to choose between, I could sign with AEW and be their world champ, or I could sign with WWE. Whoa. Oh, he's back.
Hey, Jason!
He's back. He's back.
The mullet's off screen.
They should have showed him a little.
I kind of, like I said, I really like this, and I kind of dig it that they're literally making it feel like he's really not supposed to fucking be here. Like that's some shit of just a crazed fan just showed up. Who the fuck is this guy?
No way. Oh no.
No, he's some way Jose.
Some way Jose. But I would rather be a mid-card champion in WWE at this time. WWE is on fire. Your mid-card champs are being booked in prominent matches. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, this man's about to take on Eddie Thorpe.
He's getting just dummied.
Yeah, but good on the kid. It's something heights or whatever. But there we go. And still, but gets on NXT. Isn't, I don't think, going to get completely jobbed out here. But yeah, he's out here looking like fucking Warhorse more and more. Excuse me.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
I need him and Warhorse as a fucking tag team. Now.
Right, let's go. Ethan Page jumped Cody in the parking lot. Not likely. Now, are you surprised no Ethan Page this season?
I'm worrisome to an extent about that. You made a big deal about this guy signing the contract for the world title, everything like that. And that's why we kind of both went going in thinking he was going to win it. Maybe you get tricked to chase a little bit, what have you. Now he does that and he isn't on the show.
Yeah, I find that a little peculiar.
I mean, unless he's going to instantly slide back into the Battle Royal, but I don't, even then,
Ethan Page wins the Battle Royal. You're like, well, you could have just had him come out.
You could have just challenged him. Yeah, that's it's a little, it's worrisome. It's worrisome.
Interesting. Mishin versus Kalani. Yeah, I guess Mia Yim was going in to talk to Ava. We haven't had a whole lot of fucking Naval Rain tonight. So.
Yeah. Naval Rain's been waiting on the wings out there. The meteorologists have been right. If there's been no rain out here.
Right. I can't stand the rain, Nick. Just saying.
Just stick to the lakes and the rivers that you used to, Jason Waterfalls.
All right, folks. Anybody got a prediction on why Eddie's going to win this?
Yeah, give us we're starting now. Give us how much longer this match takes.
Wow, Grace fan never says anything. What I liked was Vic Joseph jumped out of his chair and Booker just looked pissed right off. The fuck?
Who the fuck is that? Yeah, no, I kind of maybe should have at least acknowledged it, but it's been super interesting that it's again been kind of just if you're on a Twitter and you catch a tweet and everything like that, you know what's going on. If you're following Brooks Jensen, you know what's going on, type of stuff like that. But beyond that, they're not really paying attention to it. They're kind of no-selling it, so it kind of gives that legitimacy feel to it.
Yeah, it makes it feel like this is not supposed to be happening. This guy's fucked.
Right.
Eddie Thorpe for the win. Bring in Morehouse in the Battle Royal. Shit. I'll be honest, Tavon, a big guy and actually been a little impressive to start this match.
Yeah, this ain't a straight up JOB. This is an actual competitive match, and I'm surprised because I thought this was going to be the, come out here with the jobber face, the boo boo, the foo face.
Am I crazy? Was Tavon not in a tag team? No, not saying that he can't have a singles match.
Yes,
but
you are crazy, and I don't recall what tag team would you like to say he was in, sir.
I don't know. They all blend together sometimes.
Well, he wasn't in the hefty Harlem Heat that we saw there before with the overalls and everything.
Right. Good to see you, pal. Eddie
he
wins.
Looks like they're getting people ready for when like Hikuleo shows up.
Dude, let's go.
Yeah, he does. Tell me he doesn't kind of look a little, have a little style, have a little of the frame of Hikuleo.
Yeah, not quite as tall, but other than that, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, you sometimes the practice QBs gotta act like Mike Vick when they're a white guy from fucking Oklahoma.
Man, I want Dijak versus Hickey.
Fuck you.
I do though. I think that would be a hell of a match.
So you want Dijak versus what's on Dom's neck?
Wait, you mean Cody's neck?
No, we'll probably end up on Dom's neck.
That'll get you busted real quick, Dom.
Right? Yeah. Well, I mean, they're out here catching this man in 8K.
Right. Oh, Thorpe fighting back. Big boot. Big suplex.
Right.
Good match. Surprisingly, better than I thought we were going to get.
And again, that was surprising, just going real back quick to...
Sorry, that was funny. What was that?
What the tribal elbow there of just...
That's got to
no
elbow. Good
As
match.
Eddie picks up the win. What the... You were going great, and then you fucked it up.
That elbow needs to be worked on, man. I don't know. It looks so awkward. Yeah.
It looks like a Mario move. Like he tucks his shit behind his other arm and then pops it back the other way. Like man's hitting a crossover midair. Man's, fucking alley and an open
to pop out of a brick. I'm sorry, maybe it's the vitamins. That move caught me way off guard.
Well, no, because normally you expect you just roll with it, not like
it looks
the hard shift.
It's like when you're like it looked like someone was button mashing, and the last minute was like no,
right? The game glitch and like just this arm like face through the other arm.
Not a bad.
You can't tell me that Dempsey isn't like 10 shades lighter than he was last week right now.
Oh, right. They're like, his dad comes up. Watch that shit off your face.
Right. What the fuck is this shit?
But now I'm still struggling with him wanting to be Italian.
What?
He's trying to be one of the, like, he wants to be like Tony. So he's doing his best English Italian guy gimmick.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know, man.
He just needs to be a fucking badass. Like he needs to be a singles guy. Stop fucking around with this goddamn group.
Wonder if GCW is partnership exclusive with no, that's just a swinging door policy.
Yeah, no, Christ. Shayna sat there and showed up on Bloodsport. Brought to you by GCW, by the way. Brought to you by Game Changer Wrestling. So 100%, that's, that barn door is fucking flapping open wide.
Yeah, AEW tends to be a little slutty. They just let anybody in. I'm being real, right? Like fucking everyone from everywhere just shows up and then they leave again. Like they just
wait and then they sign them.
Right?
Why is Chad Groger on my TV? British Chad Groger. Well, no, I was going to talk about, before we
Yes.
went on all the tangents and everything, about how, let's not forget that Dom, as we're in another commercial break, how Dom and Liv got caught walking out of the same room in like 8K behind, people getting interviewed and everything. So, and that was a ways before we got the, her pressing him in the corner and saying, I should call you daddy and everything like that. So there's, an equal partnership here, I feel. Just sliding and waiting beneath the wings here.
100%. And again, this is going to be the big thing. You keep playing this story. You keep playing this story. Dom keeps playing, no. Fucking get away from me, demon girl. And then Rhea shows back up and is ready to pop Liv's head off like a pimple. And we all expect it. But what's the one way that Rhea can be unsuccessful at getting that belt back? Dom.
Right? And you have Dom out there of, Mommy, I'm so sorry. I never meant to. It's the exact same. They're going to run back, and people have talked about it. They're going to run back Chyna and Eddie.
Kind of, yeah, to the extent of like, and again, the idea is going to be, and it's going to get great heat for Dom because everyone loves Rhea. And it's going to make Rhea babyface. Yeah, it's going to make Rhea a big baby face. You're actually going to help Liv get over because she, needs some help. And in addition to it all, it works perfect. Like, he's going to give her that whole, like, I'm tired of you carrying me around by my belt and making me call you mommy. And I'm scared of you. And she loves me and she treats me right.
She calls me daddy. I have to call you mommy. But yeah, honestly, that's a thing though, too, of like, for everybody that may or may not like whatever the skin story between Liv and Dom right now.
I think it's great.
Well, most of people do, and then most people, have actually been, sexually active and everything like that. Well, there's the few that haven't, that are bothered by this.
They can't relate to the situation.
Exactly, can't relate. I've never been there. I've never crossed that bridge to Terabithia there. So, again, slide in the nerd reference to show that I'm with you there. But if Rhea didn't, or if Liv didn't have this Dom angle and everything like that, if we didn't have that, would Liv be the heel that she is now, or would she just kind of be floating in the wind?
I don't know if floating in the wind, but it definitely wouldn't have been anywhere significant. Like if it, she comes out of it and goes into directly like her verse Brinley.
She goes into a feud with Mia Yim or some shit.
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, it's not going to do what this is doing. And for my money, this is classic wrestling. This is a storyline. It's built outside the ring. Then you throw in some ring stuff and Liv fucks up the match, causes issues amongst Judgment Day. And poor Dom doesn't know what to do with himself. I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't mean to hurt you.
I never meant to make, but even some of the visual shots that they had to where you've got Dom in the clubhouse with Rhea's picture just looking over him and everything.
Oh, that's so good.
They know 100% what they're doing with all of this.
But tonight, I'm digging out Liv Morgan.
Whoa.
But we want ruthless aggression back with WWE. You see how funny that worked, KJ? There you go. I see, Richard.
Oh, this is still more aggressive than ruthless aggression. You want Attitude Era back. Ruthless aggression. The most aggressive thing about ruthless aggression was John Cena slapping Kurt Angle in the face. Nothing about that entire fucking era of wrestling beyond that was aggressive.
Right. But we got Stone and Ava.
Hey, and
covered up the tummy.
They're shooting her from the navel up.
Yeah.
They're like, there's this one bearded man in Canada that just won't shut up.
Who the fuck are you?
Right.
Oh, it's Stevie Turner. Sorry. There are a lot of interchangeable blondes on this.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I said that.
I was like, But no, now Light Bright's here, and there was 3 of them in the last backstage segment.
It's kind of like when you go to like one of those like Coke freestyle machines and everything. And it's like, well, like 95% of these options are all kind of just the same shit. So
Ava's on the phone again. You know what that means? She up to something. Last time she was on the phone, we got Jordan Grace.
I
comes young
like
OG.
it for Javon Evans. Damn.
Not bad.
Oh no, they're putting this kid the fuck over.
Yeah. I want Javon Evans, Kevin Knight. Let's go.
Shit, yeah.
That's
absolutely.
the Spider-Man meme, right?
Yeah. Well, one's got dreads, so that's the difference. But yeah.
My bad. Eddie Thorpe's elbow. What the hell, dude? It just, yeah.
Right. Steven saying the Attitude Era was better. Absolutely it was. Johnny, what up?
True.
MDB, yeah, young OG. Absolutely.
I mean, I like it. I mean, they're pushing this kid and they're gonna put him in the ring with a vet like Spearsy. Spearsy's gonna give him a go.
I know there's gonna be some people of like, whoa, it's because WWE is not an AEW, but even the presentation, at least on this platform, I don't know, say if it's will translate fully on the main roster, but Sean Spears even right now in NXT, it works. I'm kind of behind it. Like, I don't know fully with it, but he looks like a fucking star, at least, like the way that they have his entrance and everything.
Yeah,
and you know that he's got some experience behind him.
Yeah, I don't quite get it, but it feels like he's the NXT learning tree, but they don't give him lots of promo time, so it's less annoying. And he's actually putting over the young talent that he fights.
I wish we could still like have like Tyson Kidd could still go and shit like that, because you get like Sean Spears, a Tyson Kidd as a tag team managed by Natty and everything like that. You go back like when Tyson was with Cesaro.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a hell of a fucking tag team right now.
Yeah, fucking Claudio and Moxley are doing their finish. The swing drop kick.
Right.
Evans for the win. Yeah, folks, get your predictions in. We take a prediction on every single match. We take a rating out of 10 at the end of every wrestling show. We want to know what the fans think about what's going on in this world. But we are off and running here with Sean Spears and Javon Evans. Big shot.
Absolutely. And again, it's still surprising me of how much they've really gotten behind. You had Javon Evans and Trick Williams as a tag team with Sexy Red in the ring and everything like that.
Yeah.
They've put this kid in prominent spotlights going just from, what was it, last month and a half, he was on NXT Level Up.
Yeah, no, they're pushing him fast. KJ Nick, what if Ricochet thing is a work and he is no longer Ricochet, but he is Prince Puma? Means they would have ponied up some dough to get that name. That's what that means.
Yeah, and honestly, keep it a buck. We've got enough luchas. I don't need more luchas. I don't need more masks. I got it. I'm over it. We're good. They haven't done luchas well. Why do we need to have
You're not wrong, man. I'm lucha out. We're lucha out. We might see Crazy Steve in the Battle Royal. I'd be down.
Oh,
I'd be down.
We'll see Crazy Steve. Crazy Steve won't see us, but that's a different story.
Oh, bro. Then I got it.
It's fair. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. I love Crazy Steve, but still had to slip it in.
Right.
You didn't see it coming.
Nah, it was a good one. Sneaky. Mike Santana versus Homicide's first match announced for the next Bloodsport event. Hey, two guys that have a long history. Homicide's an OG. We have Homicide to thank for a lot of really successful wrestlers. And Santana being one of those guys. This is a hell of a match.
That's ultimate LAX. As we just cut back to another commercial. I forgot what count we're on at this point and everything. But yeah, Santana versus Homicide. That's OG LAX versus, new LAX. Yeah. So that's 100% going to be a hell of a fucking match right there. Homicide's a goddamn legend in the East Coast, New York wrestling scene.
100%.
Yeah. And even well beyond that. And I think Mike Santana's getting to the point to where he's about to be there. Like, he's going to be one of those guys that surprisingly may not be on a WWE, might not be on an AEW, but is going to make his fucking mark on every goddamn scene in wrestling.
But if he keeps up like this, man, he's going to get noticed by the right people. Like he did that I'm going to bet on myself thing. He walked away from AEW after not being utilized. Like, to me, Santana and Ortiz never having a substantial run in their entire togetherness on that show blew my mind, because they were one of the best tag teams at the time. And now Santana goes out on his own. He's already had one world title, maybe two, one for sure. And now, you see him getting involved with TNA. He's announced for Bloodsport. Man, he's a big man with a lot of wrestling under his belt. Man, he will get noticed by the right people if he keeps this up.
Oh, 100. Well, think about it. If he's dealing with TNA and he's got a working relationship right now with WWE, if I'm Papa Paul, I'm fucking signing you today of what's it going to take.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe Ricochet has re-signed with the WWE, and they just killed the character of Ricochet last night. He comes back as a master. Okay,
everybody wants goddamn Prince Puma. Does everyone want Kill Switch for Swerve? No, I didn't think so.
Right. Listen, to my knowledge, in order to get Kill Shot or Prince Puma or any of the names, you're going to have to pay Lucha Underground to get it, or those who used to own it or still own it.
They'll need a fucking arm and a leg, because that's the only payday they're getting on any of that shit.
You got to call up Jerry Brockheimer and figure out how much he's willing to sell for.
Jesus.
This show hitting the spot. Let's go, Byron. John Spears has a good entrance. I like his entrance. I do.
Yeah, shit. Well, Christ, we halfway thought it was almost going to be some Gacy or some Wyatt shit with all the scribbling and everything.
Right?
Nope, just your friendly Canadian that sits on a chair.
Sean Spears gives me Victor Zaz vibes. For those who know, tell me no.
I see a bit of what you're saying, JV. That's a deep cut on Batman lore, and also a bit of a stretch with just you're going off of his Titantron pretty much with that. So yeah, for Victor Zaz was one of the characters that he carved every person that he took out into his body and everything like that. So yeah, absolutely. I don't think he's out here doing scarification. Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to go a little more completely bald and a little more pale, but
a little even a little more gaunt a bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Creepy. He needs to be creepier. El Generico. There we go. Bring back El Generico.
Well, where was it? Somebody was
I think Tony Khan might own the rights to El Generico, to be honest.
Mike and Ring of Honor. Yeah, right. But yeah, no more luchas.
Yeah.
No more luchas.
No more luchas.
Now it's no more luchas.
And I blame both companies on that one, because they've been hot and heavy. And I mean, we're gonna get them all.
The CMLL deals and everything have just blown my fucking mind. Of like, all right,
well,
who's this guy now?
Yeah, I remember when I was like, oh my god, Vikingo, this guy's awesome. Oh my god, get him off my TV. I've seen it. I get it.
Yeah, and then now he's stayed the fuck off your screen. Same thing. Him, Bandito too as well. Yeah, shit.
Here they go again.
Seasons of luchas.
There was one week where we watched Commander, I think 4 times, because we watched an indie show and another show, and like he was fucking.
Yeah, he was everywhere. On like Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, and an indie show all within a week. What?
But Javon firing up.
Oh,
wow. Interesting. Almost
what
like
exactly do you call that? The what the fuck?
Yeah, kind of a Trouble in Paradise ish.
Yeah, but it's more of just like I just threw my body at you.
Something gonna hit you.
Something gonna hit you hard.
Right. I mean, Ricochet's his face has already been revealed. He can't be Prince Puma. I will give him like 7 or 10 months for him to come out as Prince Puma.
No.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get Puma. We're either gonna get a very pissed off Ricochet that you tried to kill me. And this is really going to try and help get Ricochet over. 2-2-2. Or he's going to show up in AEW and fight Ospreay.
But that's the funniest thing is, though, too, we can get into a whole different topic about where you would actually book Ricochet and this, that, and the third. But we have no idea when his contract's actually up. He could not be up until like the end of August, for all we fucking know.
It's true. I heard it was end of summer.
Right. So we've still got time on the fucking calendar here, folks. There's
Right.
nothing that still ain't saying out there.
Oh,
and I like that though. It rolls out just to avoid the pin of just you ain't gonna get me.
Veteran move.
Tope!
OG.
KJ and Nick, can we see Motor City Machine Guns next week, Tuesday? I'm interested that you said Tuesday instead of Wednesday.
Right. Oh.
When have you seen a swanton used as like a push move of like throwing it at somebody instead of like a finisher?
This kid's flying, man. Put him in the ring to knock him back out. You get in there. Change my mind.
Right. You get the fuck on out of here.
I don't like taking corners.
Yeah, but he's got NXT Youngblood on his skin tights. Oh, I don't like chasing corners as he eats a fucking corner, bro. If you could have written that better. The man just ate all that corner.
All of it.
Pause.
Eddie Thorpe's elbow looks like Tatanka having.
Death Valley Driver. 1, 2, 3. And I like that because you still had the vet go over the Rook. You got something to learn, kid.
Yeah.
We hyped it up of how much he's been pushed and everything, but he is still literally getting pushed to the moon. You got to stumble and fumble.
Yeah, plus he was the star of the match. Like Spears did exactly what he was supposed to do. He bumped everything for him, worked the whole thing. And again, Spears, the veteran, could have lost, but he got out of the way. He moved. Now he's going to, lean on the kid a little bit. Oh, you could have had me, kid, but you messed it up. You're playing to the crowd, kid. And then they run it back.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting. And you've talked about it, especially of, what the fucking ketchup food coloring in the fucking face ass shit was that?
Did he eat some sweet tarts?
What happened? I was going to say, man's out there. He swallowed the fucking, mist.
All right, so we're getting the hangover video from fucking No Catch Republic.
All right. What do tigers dream of? When they
wait a minute.
How did we not have the Italians out there in Vegas, motherfucker? We built that shit. Why weren't we there?
Spears wins, but it looks like they're going after the tag titles now.
We're going to collect all the belts.
Yo. My name's on that cup. And him.
Hey, but I still kind of like this of
Pete Dunne, Tony.
Christ, he could have to run through all these fuckers.
That sounds like a bad movie. Pete Dunne, Tony.
The two Utes in this.
Two Utes. Could we get some TNA and DDT people in next week's Battle Royal? TNA, yes. DDT, not sure.
No, not unless it's DDP.
Right. MCMG showing up next Tuesday. Again, it's possible. Would they be a part of the Battle Royal? I don't think that's where you would debut them if you're bringing them in.
I think if at this point to a little bit, and this is only going to hit for Twitterverse and everything, if Motor City Machine Guns shows up anywhere outside of AW, you got some splaining to do.
Same thing with Ricochet. We talked about it last night. They're either going to be very right or very wrong.
Well, Camille even now, too. That's the thing. We're starting to get to a lot of names that have been mentioned a lot that haven't been anywhere.
Now, the rumor about Camille is she is actually signed, but she's pissed off because she's been just hanging around at home waiting to do something.
Yeah, and the rumor is, too, that Motor City Machine Guns is signed and just waiting around to do something. And the rumor is that Ricochet's told WWE that he's going to leave and everything. And we're just waiting to see where he goes. Right. Again, it's a lot of people fucking spreading rumors of we're just waiting on some shit.
Here's a question for you, Nick. Mm-hmm. If Ricochet gave his notice that he's not going to re-sign at the end of the summer,
Mm-hmm.
And they said, fine, we're going to write you off TV now. So I guess Ricochet sits at home and does nothing for 2 months, 2.5 months, 3 months, and just waits for his contract to roll out. Is that the how they're running this? Or is that how people are speculating they're running this?
That doesn't seem fitting. That doesn't seem like how, if I was running a business, how I would do that. And we've talked about this and hinted about this earlier. I think that there's a good chance, and it's just like how we had the dirt sheets going out there of, well, Chad Gable's contract ends this Friday and everything. Motherfucker, they're setting him up for an IC title match. I don't think they're doing that, knowing that his fucking contract ends in like a week.
Right.
I think this is a much more of WWE's figured out how to work the dirt sheets, and nobody else is caught on.
Well, I wouldn't say nobody else.
Well, no, I'm saying, but the masses,
I know,
that just sit on their asses, are out there of, well, Dave Meltzer said it, so it must be true. It must be gospel from the apostle. And everything. No, they're getting work. This is the whole fucking business of pro wrestling, is working over your audience and suspension of disbelief. Why the fuck would you not think that journalists and everything could get caught up in that shit and could get sold into fucking getting worked over and selling you a bag of goods that they don't even know is right?
And in addition to that, I think there's been some sources have just missed and missed, swing and a miss, swing and a miss, swing and a miss. How many times do certain people have to be wrong before we're like, fuck it?
Well, I mean, the weatherman still has a job on your local news station, right?
Yeah.
But it's one of those of,
right.
I think it just shows who you need to listen to and who you don't. And even then, still, at the end of the day, ask your own questions. Think about this shit fucking logically and everything. That's the biggest thing. Don't just trust dirt sheets as gospel.
Yeah.
Think about what you actually see with your own eyes and how you interpret the shit.
Right. Consume wisely, folks.
Right. What makes sense to you?
Right. After that match, Ospreay match, Ricochet's hype will die in AEW, and AEW would do that match as soon as possible. Again, I think there's a few matches they're going to want. But again, we've seen it with like a Danielson. We've seen it with Ospreay now. Like Danielson doesn't really have anything of substance, then they book him with Ospreay, or they book him with fucking Zack Sabre Jr. or Suzuki. And we get all these cute little dream matches that aren't moving the needle, that aren't bringing in new fans, that aren't, are a lot of, this shit again. Oh, we're doing the same moves again. Like, and it starts to phase out. Even a Daniel Bryan isn't as, oh my God, as he used to be.
I will say, if Ricochet goes to AEW, you will have better matches than what you would get if he was in WWE, if he was in any other company. I will fully admit that, and I think wherever he goes, he's going to fucking kill it.
Yeah.
I think if you want the best overall character, the best overall impact in pro wrestling and everything like that, and storytelling outside of just, you had a bunch of really good matches.
Mm-hmm.
And they were really good matches.
Hey, you called it. You called it.
Hey, but you still get involved with WWE, like we talked about earlier. If you've involved now Samantha.
Sorry.
Hey, we talked about this.
Oh, look, all the AEW guys.
AEW.
Is there anyone else? Where's Punk?
Bro, tell me they don't make this their 4 horsemen.
That'd be excellent. You guys are in a good place. And he walks
That's their 4 horsemen. That's their 4 horsemen.
I like that, actually.
I'm calling it now. That's their 4 horsemen. You've got Pillman. You've got a Rhodes.
Right. So they're reminding. So if you guys can't see what we can see, Cody Rhodes in the back bumps into old buddy Sean Spears, who then bumps into Ethan Page, who then bumps into Lexis King. We have a little AEW reunion, and I can hear the neckbeards typing already. Can you believe they did that? They had to get over on AEW guys. I love it.
See, this is clearly again WWE taking a shot at AEW. As we're getting next week the 25-person battle royal for a #1 contender shot at Trick Williams at Heatwave. And we're also getting Mia Yim taking on Kalani Jordan.
All right.
As right now, I've got Roxanne Perez.
Jeff Cobb, Battle Royal. They just announced a 6-man tag for Dynamite as well. I think Kyle Fletcher's back in the mix.
Kyle, yeah, it's a bunch of people. No, if they get a fucking
it's
Jeff
a bunch
Cobb,
of people.
if they get a Jeff Cobb,
I love Jeff Cobb.
will that be the first person that would be New Japan?
Yeah, so real quick, Nick, Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy, holy Yahtzee team, Batman,
Right.
Against Kyle Fletcher, Roderick Strong, and Takeshita. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Does Roddy not have a faction that he's in?
Yeah, but
Okay,
they're crossing a lot of streams here. Like on paper, this has the potential of like, there's a lot of good matchups you can get out of this and everything like that. But yeah, it's a little. State of the women's division, by the way. Sorry, we're interrupting a speech, sir.
Who is next for Roxanne, folks? Let us know. Let us know. What do you think? Still over 100 people here tonight. Outstanding.
Oh, I think we're going to get some sort of a big announcement here as we've already gone into overtime.
Hammerstone versus Braun Breaker.
My heart beats
And
slow.
we got music. Is that Paxley? Oh, it's Ava.
Fuck. See?
Raine.
You got extra navel. You got overtime navel.
That's just your fucking stomach trying to escape the fucking shirt.
I just now fuck with it at this point because I like her. I've kind of always liked her, and I just still just mess with you. I sat there and at one point when she was with the fucking Schism, said she was the real Ripley of Schism.
You did.
I have been on record of saying that, so I have been a fan of Ava.
It hurts my heart.
Right, so fuck off.
The real Ripley of nothing.
It got him attention because she's the Nepo baby.
Ava Raine versus Roxanne Perez.
Could you imagine?
If it's Gail Kim, I'm gonna pop. Let's
go. No shit. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
Some people up there may not care about Gail Kim. I do.
Those who don't care about Gail Kim are idiots.
Oh, we got an eye roll. Jasmine Nix is coming out. Oh, that was
no, you should have stayed with the black mask. No, this is now worse. It's somehow worse because now she's not just wearing one, she's wearing both.
Yeah, she's wearing both. She doubled up. She double bagged it.
Yeah, now she looks like a fucking condor coming out here. She looks like Montgomery Burns.
That's what you were going with. Condor. Okay.
Yeah, well, she
not a Mysterio.
There's another calm that it looks like she has on her face, but that's neither here nor there.
Jacob Fatu makes his debut for the Battle Royal. I don't think so. They got plans for Fatu.
Bro, who the fuck wears a mask on a mask?
Now she looks like the new bird lady.
She looks just like a bird. Fuck a lady. She's just a bird.
Is that Jay-Z Jane or Barbara Streisand? What the fuck is that?
Caw.
Gail Kim. But this is heel on heel action, so I don't see this being the Heat Wave match.
Oh no, we're gonna get a fucking video package of fucking broken wrist.
Danny Rose. Metaphor coming out. There's Lash.
Lash.
Let's hit that like button, people. Let's go. I don't know where we're at, but hit it.
Right. Well, now, how do you feel though that this is all in overtime a little bit as well?
I mean, again, NXT tends to go over 8 minutes every week, and we're in 4, so according to my clock. So yeah, I love it.
Fair enough.
Rosemary versus Roxanne Perez. Let's go. Jacob Fatu could show up next week on NXT. He could. Hikuleo could show up. Lance on Hawaii could show up.
Jacob is not showing up on NXT.
No, we thought he's a guy that you do, you don't have to pass go. You're good. Here's the $200.
He's a guy we're questioning if it's going to be solo versus Roman.
Wait a minute. Lola Vice.
My underground match. Don't
So is
be
everyone
fooled by
gonna
the
fight for
hoops
the
that I
belt?
got. I'm still Lola from the block.
Are we gonna have a women's battle royal? What, like, is all the women fighting her? And they're all heels.
Yeah. Shit, does WWE have a heel problem of
They
everybody's
get a
kind of
babyface
heels?
champion. What is happening? They got all the heels.
Well, who would be a top babyface you'd put her against?
Gail
Fallon's a heel.
Julia.
That's going to be the only one. But then you've got to introduce her.
Fallon's a fucking heel.
Right. Who else you shake your happy ass to the back of the line? Jakara saying what everybody was thinking.
No, we're going to get a surprise Bob.
Oh, we're getting either something. We're getting either a multi-woman match, or we're getting, a debut surprise, what have you. As so, Lola and Roxanne teaming together here.
Let's go! Wow.
Rico is way to stay together here.
So what is happening? What is happening?
Nobody knows. This is a shit way to end your show if this is the end of it. We've got the lower third. That's a terrible way to end your show.
It's a cliffhanger. I like the segment, but that's it.
Bad.
Warning: this program contains extreme sports and violence.
Yeah, right.
No personality, Eva. Oh, Ultimate Fighter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, NXT has gone off the air. I see 100 people hanging out. Give us your rating out of 10. Let's go. Pick a number between 1 and 10. How did you feel about NXT tonight? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Get in that chat. Did we establish any of those women who were fighting for the belt?
No, we established nothing.
So we also further established Ava sucks at her job. Thank you.
You just instantly, Ava.
I just think who's in charge of this shit?
Shawn Michaels. My client on Thursday. My client.
There you go.
But I think overall, up until that last segment, so I guess they probably did it right because everybody's DVR cut out at 10 o'clock and no one had to sit there and watch that fucking segment.
It wouldn't cut out. It wouldn't cut out because they do it every single week. It's a running thing.
I don't care. Just let me have this. That they were exonerated from that segment because NXT up until then was good, was one of the better of recent memory of NXT.
It was good.
Instead of that was the worst way. That was the worst thing that we saw tonight.
Oh, I don't think that I as much as it was
Give me worse.
I thought there was some earlier stuff like we had Chase U on the show tonight, so that's pretty shit.
Fine.
Fuck you. I got Patrick. I got Nate. I got Dempsey, whatever fucking his first name might be. Trying to be Italian. It's confusing.
Collective, you could have had.
You're not wrong.
A collective of worser moments.
I feel like they left us with a cliffhanger, but they didn't give us enough of the cliff to hang on. We're like still on.
Yeah, you just left us with a cliff, but no hang.
No hang. It's the Penguin and Catwoman. This is hilarious because it looks like his avatar is what JC Jane looks like. JC Jane from NJ.
Right. Well, no, I'm just out here popping because everybody's out here like me. I was kind of bumping for a half second after NXT went off because I got Too Fast, Too Furious out here. And I got,
pump it up.
Lay it down like a pimp. I got Pimp C out here. I got Ludacris. I got everything.
7 out of 10 for NXT.
This is the most NXT movie to fucking follow up NXT, though.
Back. 6.3 says Randolph. 7 says Steven Smith. 7 out of 10. Got that one. Spooky. Oh, yeah, we did have Spooky Choo as well.
Right. Yeah. Well,
7, 6.5. Wow. Fuck that ending.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, I just like this. So, Steven, hook us up with your cousin, Stephen A.
Right. 7, 6, 5, 4,
3, 2,
10. I liked tonight's show. I didn't love the ending, obviously. Yeah, I don't get it. Where are we going with this? Why would you just leave
Lumberjack match? The Eco might be out here calling it a Lumberjack match, but then who's the main two? You're gonna get. Well, you ended it with
all your
Lola and Roxanne teaming up. And like you said, it was all heels. There was no baby faces to be seen.
Almost all your heels. There was no baby face in sight in this whole situation.
Right.
I mean, the segment didn't suck. The little scrap didn't suck. But then I expected Ava to be like, whoa, this is what we're going to do. I have an answer. When you came out there all...
to have something that's the last minute of, even if it's just, shit, if Julia popped up on a fucking video package or whatever, and everything, and just got everybody to just stop and look at the screen type of shit. Something that pulls everything together. There was no linchpin in that segment.
No, even if as much as it would piss people off, even if she grabbed the mic and said, none of you are getting a shot at Roxanne right now, but Roxanne, you'll find out next week. And people will be like, fuck. But at least they gave us the cliff, the hang. Like, at least now we're looking.
No, they gave us a cliff, no hang.
No
they
hang.
left us hanging in the different way. That's what it is. They left us hanging, no cliff.
Yeah. No, that was just a bench sitter, not a fucking cliffhanger. Fucking hell. 8 out of 10.
Christ almighty, you got me thinking of that was fucking halfway poetic there. Of I'm a ditch digger and I'm a bit bitter.
Going from Jordan to 3 NXT talents would have disappointed a lot of people. Well, that's not really fair because they do have to get back to fighting their own. Like,
they don't fully work together. They're just visiting.
Watch, it's gonna be announced. 20 woman battle royal for #1 contender. You never know where they're.
You never know who's gonna show up. Yeah, sometimes your cousin has to go home.
But yeah, Ava comes out and did nothing. You didn't even need Ava in that segment. And this isn't Ava bashing because I don't like her.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Well,
yes, it is.
What did she add to that segment?
I don't know. I'm just giving you shit.
I don't know either.
Wind it up.
9 out of 10. Love the cliffhanger. All right, Tanisha, I'm with you. I'm trying to be with you. I didn't hate the segment. I just don't think they gave us enough. There was enough meat on that bone.
Either Julia or West Legend instead of Lash West, her cousin West. Reese. I heard you said Reese.
Legend's kind of the closest one, don't you think? Like as far as babyface-ish?
Yeah, but still doesn't need to be involved in that fucking segment. Like, I don't have a knock on anyone that was involved in that segment outside of they didn't need to be there. Like, what are you doing here? Outside of two-mask JC Jane, fuck are you doing with that?
Yeah, but what if they all
pick one?
They get thrown in a fucking, a women's match to figure out the #1 contender or some bullshit.
So then this goes to your point of have Ava come out and say that, and that's the end of it.
Yeah. Listen, I'm all like, I keep preaching patience to the wrestling fans, but there is stuff like this where you're like, all right, well, at least give me something to be patient about. I'll be patient if I know the food's coming from the kitchen.
Well, this is more of, the food's in the kitchen. You just don't know how you're going to fucking get it. Like,
is anybody cooking?
Hey, all right. Is someone going to just throw this at me? Do I have a plate? Like, what's going on here?
So no follow-up with Dana Brooke. I didn't expect that. That will be for TNA.
That's a TNA thing.
Whoever she is in the third world attempt to a wrestling company called TNA. Ooh, pow.
Ooh,
listen,
don't let you catch Anthony here. You saying that.
All right. You got to give TNA some love. And there's a good chance. I wonder if Paxley tries to turn that into a triple threat on Friday.
Probably.
Because she wasn't there tonight. She's not picking on this champion. And even on Sunday, she went after the TNA belt, not the NXT belt.
It's the safest play, I think. It still gets a little bit of a buzz, and I'm going to say this as respectfully as I can. I think it protects Miss Dana Brooke, Ash by Elegance, etc. Helps accentuate some things and helps cover up some other things.
Well, and you hope
having a third dance partner.
Well, and I mean, you hope her manager shows up if he says he's going to show up, and maybe he actually does show up. So that'd be good.
All right.
Doobie Brothers 50-year concert. Can we be the Doobie Brothers of YouTube?
I think we kind of are. We're at least the Punk Brothers, if not the Doobie Brothers.
Right. Why would they follow up a TNA angle for a TNA belt on NXT? Yeah, I agree. That's
I was gonna
they
say,
were
don't
never
ask us, ask him.
no. So that was their out to yank it through, pal. So you guys can fight amongst yourselves. But
Yeah.
we weren't gonna get the continuation of that. That is the build because TNA wants everyone to go, oh shit, we gotta tune in to watch Jordan Grace beat up Dana Brooke.
This isn't just to get NXT over. This is still also to get TNA over as well.
Mm-hmm. Cody did a part of Ava's job. Yeah, Cody actually did more than Ava tonight.
Well, he is a politician, so
No facts. Sometimes your cousin has to go home. That's actually such a real ass analogy. Facts, right?
I told you.
Get the fuck out of here.
We hit different.
All right. Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and OC. Yeah, this is a blender match. And the confusing part is Fletcher and Takeshita are in a faction that doesn't include Roderick. Roderick's in a faction that don't include them. Why the fuck are these three dancing?
Because I booked for sickos because I'm a sicko, and that's what sickos like.
I was choked on my. How far from returning is Cora Jade? Cora Jade, I don't know because it was a knee surgery, right? Another one. It was her knee.
Yeah, she's out there like Nikita, by the way. That's the thing is, again, let's think about this. There's been a lot of people that have still ran through NXT and are still just chilling on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the time Cora Jade comes back, she's going to be a completely different woman, and everyone's going to have to tell her who she is, or tell us who she is anyway. 8 out of 10. Yeah, she is enhanced. 9 out of 10. Ava didn't do the other half. Rumored.
Well, no, he was saying how Cody did half of Ava's job and Ava didn't do the other half.
Yeah.
He said it in 2 parts.
I like it. At least 6 to 7 more months. Whew.
Did you what?
I think that's in response to Cora. But that feels like forever. But it could be. I mean,
bro, can Christ, Jamie Hayter's been sitting there for what, over a year in AEW.
Odd minute.
Again, I'm now literally struggling at times to remember her name because she's been away that long.
Right. I think Jamie's been gone for so long. I'm seeing more and more Jamie Hayter stuff online. So I wonder if there is some smoke to that fire.
You see that every time we get around an AEW pay-per-view.
That's true too. Fact. That is true. Either a number 1 contenders match or a fatal 4-way, as Julia might not be ready. That is true. Or again, we'll find out. They didn't give us much to go on.
Again, they gave us Hang, no Cliff.
Right. Dynamite should move to Tuesdays starting at 7 and make it a 3-hour show. Move Cancel Rampage and move Collision to Thursday night and make a 3-hour show. Tony, I respect you. I think you're a nice guy. But that comment makes me want to scream at you, yell at you, and bang my head off your front door. That is, no, don't do any of that. Don't. The 3-hour parts kill me, Nick.
Yeah, no, you will. If he changed, if Tony and Tony changed up anything right now, what fans the diehard fans that they have left, the tribalists, will lose their fucking mind. Especially you move to a 3-hour show because that's Raw. We don't do Raw here. It's they've kind of started to really pigeonhole themselves into some shit. We've all admitted that they need to change some of this shit up. They need to drop 1 or 2 of these shows. They need to really focus on what they have instead of constantly expanding. But adding an extra hour ain't it, bro.
Yeah. I'm going to make last call on the chat. We'll get to the ones that are up there now. Keep it coming. Real quick, what did you think about Dax's announcement? Like coming out and saying, I lied to everybody for 2 months and I fought her. Like, to me, does Dax not come off like he thinks he's like really, really important or more important than he actually is?
You're going to ask this to someone who's respectfully been blocked for, I don't even know why, from Dax and everything. No, I hope that he gets better and everything. With that. I think even when we watched that match, we kind of knew there were some spots where like all right, you're probably pretty fucked up after that.
yeah.
Like, that wasn't clean at all.
Right.
Like, you're out here sacrificing yourself for kind of a nothing match at this point.
Mm-hmm.
We're fans of FTR. At times he just has that kind of like pretentious ass attitude for no fucking reason. It feels like that's the way it comes across. But no, I genuinely hope that he does better. I'm surprised too that Cash can't try and be a singles guy. Dax always gets the singles matches. Why can't Cash have like
right.
a month or two of having singles matches here? But no, I hope he does well. I really like FTR. I'm more surprised that it seems like they're douchebags outside of the ring than they are.
He comes off like, he just has this arrogant kind of, and I'm a fan. I
don't know the man, but it's just the way he comes across is insufferable at times.
There's like a level of like pretentiousness to it. I don't get it. This is a great answer from Richard as far as Tony Khan wouldn't do that. Vince didn't care about the Wednesday night, or even if he cared, he didn't know what to do with it, which led to the death of NXT on Wednesdays. Triple H is a different animal, and he's already proven it. If you want to play that game, Triple H will, it's don't be a menace to South Central drinking your juice in the hood, right? Like, do we have a problem here?
We have a problem.
That's what that is. So, yeah, he's not going to play that game. 7 out of 10. Ava sucks. I'm a ventriloquist in typing for him.
Right, yeah. Well, you got one hand that we never really see. We keep seeing this one hand move around. There we go. We got both now.
Yeah, it's still there. Dustin Ronda versus Jack Perry tomorrow night. Dustin Rhodes. I was like, Ronda Rousey versus Jack Perry. Run, kid, run.
Right, so she can sit there and say how this is a weak ass, company and everything.
Ava has bigger legs than her dad. That's not nice. Maybe true. I've given up on Jamie Hayter. Ooh, that's sad.
I'm kind of there.
Jamie Hayter is Blair Davenport. There's similarities.
Right.
AEW is not ready for 3 hours. Yeah, they weren't ready for Rampage, Collision, or a video game either.
Bro, they're barely ready for 2. They struggle with 1. Fuck is we talking about?
There's the thing is, there is hope and there is options for AEW. They got to figure it out. It's
you've seen the 5-year decline. Like, that's the thing, is you've seen a noticeable decline. And if you, at this point, it's so fucking obvious that if you try and deny it, you look like an idiot.
Right. AEW's barely ready for 1 hour. Oh boy. They try hard. AEW could just send out an email. Facts. Wrestling for life over everybody. All right, folks, we're gonna pack it up in a second here.
By the way, we do like AEW. We'll be back at it tomorrow here for AEW.
We really do. We're optimistic, but we're just being legit. Like, this has been a rough 2024 if you're an AEW fan. This Saturday is the 1-year anniversary of Collision. Yeah, I forgot that. But did we give a rating?
I don't believe we did.
I'm going 7. If the ending was better, it would have been an 8.
Fair. I'll just, for the sake of agreement, get you there. Oh no, I was around there anyways. Like, it was a good show overall. One of the better, more recent NXT.
Yeah, you did say that.
But the ending just fucking sandbagged the shit out of that. Like,
it's just like,
Well, I like that. It started about 10 o'clock. So again, if you weren't watching past its scheduled time, you missed the bullshit. You missed the sandbag. You missed the nuke. But
right. You're almost better off ending the show with the 4 AEW guys standing together. Like, and good night.
Yeah. But, well, it almost feels like Javon Evans, Sean Spears should have been kind of the main event there. Like, the Roxanne Perez just kind of was a nothing segment.
Mm-hmm. Tony tried a 3-hour Dynamite Rampage once, and it sucked. The dilemma with Tony was he did a Dynamite with a Rampage stacked on top instead of making it like, do not miss this Wednesday, 3 hours. We're bringing back Road Rash or whatever the fuck they called it. Like, they should have sold us on this huge specialty fucking Dynamite, and he didn't. It was just a Dynamite with a Rampage after it.
Well, he had it there, and instead he was the kid that like colored outside the lines and then still cut off what he colored outside the lines a little bit of like. So we're gonna go the ending of Dynamite carries over into Rampage, but we still right after that pretty much just cut out of it and go into regular Rampage, which is kind of horseshit. Versus we just treat it as a 3-hour collective show. Like, there's no exclusive Rampage roster. Why are we making Rampage? It stays as its own individual show. You could have just done, we're doing 3 hours of Dynamite tonight.
Yeah. Well, there was no reason not to. There was really no reason not
right.
to. So, yeah, just little things, little oversights like that, you know. Sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees, and maybe he needs to back up a little, but we'll see.
And sometimes he snorts his marching powder when he sneezes.
Well, speaking of marching, we are going to tap out for the night, folks. NXT, pretty strong episode of NXT overall, I thought. Did pretty good. Some flaws there. I'm not sure about Choose. What the fuck are you doing?
Choo.
Right. Not sure what happened in the main event spot or the end of the night. Javon Evans, a star in the making. Spearsy doing good work. Cody Rhodes. Not bad show. Not a bad show overall, Nick.
Not at all.
But last but not least, yeah, well, good night, everybody. Yeah, so we'll call that one. All right, folks, come back tomorrow. We got Dynamite, 2 shows Thursday, maybe 4 shows Friday, definitely 1 show Saturday. We got a whole lot of things going on. We are the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Make sure you hit all the buttons. Follow us on Discord and everywhere else. Get yourself a t-shirt. They're nice. They're comfy. They really are. But that's it. That's all I got, man. I'm out.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, put that for life. Put it.
Have a good night. Come back tomorrow. We'll see you on the flip side.